The lineup is out and we're freaking stacked. It's a great starting 11 for the United States. I would probably say this is the best lineup we could have put out with the roster we have, more or less. Of course, we're missing Tim Ream, Tyler Adams, and other guys, but this is the lineup we mainly wanted to face Mexico, Pete. And are you ready?
I'm psyched, man. I made the mistake of not giving myself enough to do today. There's been like a lot of waiting around, which is never good for like psyching yourself up for the game.
Yeah, I had a ton of stuff to do today, but I'm even a little tired. I'm drinking coffee right now, and it's freaking 9 p.m. here in Orlando. But it's United States versus Mexico. It's always a special match. We did the pregame at Pete's channel today, and we talked about memorable moments. And we have there's a lot of interesting storylines for this specific game, right? One right away we can talk about is Balogun will make his debut with the United States. And we might be talking about here the greatest center forward the United States has ever had. It might be too early to jump into conclusions, but based on what we've seen, we've never had a center forward that can drop over 20 goals at age 21 in a top 5 league, playing for like a very average team, not the best team like PSG, getting penalties and things like that. So there's a lot to do. The lineup is great, but we're going to face a Mexican side that we don't know what to expect. We're going to go through their lineup soon, different coach. It's a derby, so anything can happen. We want to be pumped. We want to be excited. We are. And I am cautiously optimistic. I love the lineup. I'm looking forward. It's just a beauty, right? To see Pulisic, Balogun, Weah, and Reina up there, all guys that are at that high level of being able to combine, create. So the BJ era begins. And Pete, before we even continue with the BJ era, I'm going to play a quick word from our sponsor so we can dive into this starting 11, dive into Mexico, talk about expectations, talk about the news that you just shared on Twitter about Jesse Marsch being confirmed to not be the U.S. men's national coach. He will not become the United States coach. But we'll talk about that in 50 seconds. And there it is, the starting 11. And John is saying, let's go. Just took a 3-hour nap so I can stay up for this USA. I took a little bit of a nap, like 15 minutes. And then my girlfriend arrived and I had to go get food and I didn't sleep much. But I'm with coffee. And I know once the game starts, that's like the energy drink we need, right? The match, the actual game. But Pete, starting 11 here, it looks like it's a 4-2-3-1, right? With Matt Turner on goal, Dest on the right, A-Rob on the left, Richards and Miles Robinson as the two center backs, so no Walker Zimmerman. I like that. The double pivot right there is probably Yunus Musa and McKennie with Giovanni Reina as the central attacking midfielder ahead of them. Christian Pulisic on the left, Tim Weah on the right, and then Balogun at the center forward position. Let me ask you one question right away, because the answer is not a straight yes, and it's not also a straight no. Is this lineup stronger than what we put out in Qatar, than any we put out in Qatar?
Yes.
You just
Foto
say
and
straight
Balogun and Gio Reyna instantly make this better than any team we put out in Qatar.
No Tyler and Ream, though.
That is true. That is true. I guess I would say attacking-wise, it's better. Defensive-wise, we'll TBD, TBD.
Yeah. It might be it's a more fun lineup.
Yeah. Also, we have Richards at least. We didn't have Richards in Qatar.
What's the X fun of this lineup?
The X fun is just through the roof. Through the roof. It'll be interesting to see how they all gel. What's also interesting is the question we asked this morning, is BJ's lineup going to be more Hudson or Berhalter? So far, it looks very much like a Hudson lineup, right? Hudson was the one who brought the 4-2-3-1, let Gio play the 10 for the first time.
By the way, everyone, what we said before, we had... It
looks like...
Oh, Pete froze. Pete, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you froze for a sec. What did you say?
No, I was just saying that it's more BJ than... I mean, BJ is more Hudson than Berhalter with that lineup so far.
Okay. That sounded a bit weird, but yeah. Dan Gordon is saying, lineup perfection. Let's go, boys. Yes, I really love this lineup. Okay, so El Gonzalez, your super chat, you're getting blocked. How do I block this? Yeah, you're not going to put a racist super chat. I'm sorry. Thanks for the donation, but go fuck yourself too. Leon Jones said, "What do you think of new dir of soccer?" Wait, what? This new
Director of soccer.
director of soccer. He
We're
allegedly
talking
talked
about
to
Matt
several
Crocker, Eddie
coaches.
Crocker.
He's talked allegedly to a lot of coaches. Are you happy with his approach so far? I think it's too early for us to actually say anything. I think everything we'll judge it upon who he hires, right? We don't know if this whole thing, he probably did talk, right? I don't think he would lie about that. Probably did talk. But one thing is to talk and actually mean it and want to hire that person, or talk because you have to, just so you can justify a future selection. It'll all come down to who he hires. I am cautiously optimistic about him. I think the reason we get skeptical is not really Matt Crocker, it's just the Federation, right? The Federation gave us enough reasons in the past to be skeptical. It's not Matt Crocker. We just don't really know much about it. So, Pete, you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like TBD, right? You can say all you want. Talk is cheap, right? So actions speak louder than words. Let's see who he hires. If he brings Berhalter back, which, by the way, we can quickly say, Jesse Marsh's agent just tweeted out an hour ago that he will not become the new USMNT coach, which means that's one coach that was in the running, now out of the running. So the question is, what does that mean? We don't know, but we'll see what Crocker does. If they brought Crocker in just to bring Greg back, it will just continue to confirm that nothing has changed with U.S. soccer. They only hire people. It would mean basically the interview process went like this: "Hi, Matt, who are you going to hire as the head coach for the future? Greg Berhalter. Welcome to the team." That's the interview process.
Yeah, it just doesn't. And this is what Ben is saying here. The return of Greg is near. Ben, this is what we said earlier too at Pete's pregame in the morning, which, by the way, everyone, we're going to start doing that for more USMNT ones. It's just more of a hangout. We talk a little bit about it's like a preview to the game essentially. But so US soccer spent over 6 months with an interim coach, got a new sporting director, right? Also got Oguchi. What is he, the vice sporting director or something? Got Oguchi. They also hired sportology, whatever, to help find a coach. There's no way they did all of that just to bring back Greg Berhalter. Like, if you were going to bring
You would think.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy that we even think that's possible, right? That just shows how bad the Federation has been in the past. Just doesn't make any sense. And if you're going to bring back Berhalter, why wouldn't you just bring him before Nations League, before Gold Cup? Just bring him back, right? He was already there anyway. It just doesn't make sense for me. But of course, since it's the U.S. Soccer Federation, expect crazy things to happen, as they have in the past. Kyler T saying, just watched the end of Pete's last stream and the internet had me rolling. Been looking forward to this game all week. Let's go. Pete, did you see how I drew you?
I did not see that. No.
I'm a very good artist. Like, I drew you and it looked just like you very quickly because you froze.
All right.
I didn't know what else to do. You were just frozen there and I didn't know what to do.
You can be one of those street artists that draws a quick sketch of you for like $50 or whatever it is.
I would starve if I did that.
You just draw stick figures of people.
I'm worse at drawing than Berhalter is at coaching. No exaggeration. But Seth Floyd is saying, here's $5 for Pete to improve his internet. I also feel like the United States should win by at least 2 goals. Why don't we talk about that specifically? The lineup. And Seth, we're going to talk about your super chat too, Seth, within this here. Pete, we talked about how maybe Mexico could change their approach because of Diego Coca. That's how he would play. And then I countered you by saying, I just don't think that would be what Mexico, like, there's too much, like, the soccer culture there wouldn't allow that. But then we went back and we talked about how for that to happen, maybe the United States would have to trash Mexico. Maybe like a 3-4-0 win would force Mexico to realize, like, okay, they are actually better than us right now, but we can beat them, but we're going to have to change our approach. Do you think they would change the approach? I still think the only way they would change the approach is if they get completely trashed once by the U.S., which they haven't, to be fair, so far.
I guess with Coca being very defensive with Atlas, that's how he won titles, right? So Yes and no. I don't think they're going to be as expansive as they usually are, but I also don't think they're going to sit in a low block and just defend for their lives. I think it's still going to be an attacking team, but just more conservative. That's why you see a 3-5-2. So it'll be interesting to see it. This game has the potential to anything can happen. Like they could score early. If they score early, I think they'll bunker. I think if they score first, it's going to be very hard. We're going to have to pick a lock. If we score first, it's going to really force them to come out at us. And I think that could really play into our hands because our guys are very good in transition. So it's just like an anything can happen game. It could be 0-0 in penalties. It could be 4-0 one way. It could be 2-1. Whatever it is, it's going to be an exciting game. I don't think it's going to be dull. These games are never dull. Ever.
I have a dream, though, Pete, in my lifetime that I want to see.
Dream?
My dream is that we completely outplay Mexico so badly that the El Tri fans just start leaving the stadium early.
Or take their Mexico jerseys off and they're all USMNT fans.
Some of them, yeah. They're all welcome to join us.
Yes.
I welcome every single El Tri fan to become a U.S. men's national team fan as long as they want to. But
especially
my dream
because so many of them are dual nats anyways.
Most of the ones in this game, I would say probably 80%, they're probably dual nats, a good amount.
Yeah.
So my dream is that just completely outplay to a point where the fans just leave.
Or that they just start cheering for the U.S. and clapping, right? Like,
yeah, that's less likely. They're probably going to start just like cursing out their own team and leaving, and maybe go. If they're in Vegas, go party after. Don't get angry.
Yeah.
Victor Modesto saying, with Adams available, how does this lineup change? To me, since we're playing Mexico, which is an opponent that you want to be a bit more cautious, you bench Yunus Musa, you place Tyler Adams right there. Everything else stays the same. Anything else, Pete? No?
Yeah, that's it. And then Ream would replace Robinson if he was healthy, and that might be our perfect lineup.
Yep, pretty much. That would be our best. We're essentially missing Tim Ream and Tyler Adams. Everything else, this is our best lineup possible in general. The game, Shizzo is saying, just need Ream and it's perfection. Also, Greg would have already been re-signed by now if he was staying. I agree. But yes, we just need Ream. I still think against Mexico, we still need Tyler. If we were playing like Panama, that we would be far superior. You don't really need Tyler that much. You can play with Weston and Musa and you'll be fine. Against Mexico, you want to have the back line protected as much as you can. And Tyler Adams is our best central defensive midfielder. So I think for this game, to call it perfection, we would need Ream and Adams available for this game.
I'm just going to run to the restroom, Tack. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll finish off the super chat. Jack is saying, Jack Bauer 24 is saying, this starting lineup just shows how desperately we need Greg Berhalter back. He would do the right thing. Start the great Jesus over the no-name back. Could you imagine? Greg is like, no, we're going to start Jesus and bench Balogun because Balogun doesn't understand the system. We don't need our center forwards. Remember, Greg said this. I don't need my center forwards to score 5 goals. I need them to understand and play with the system. But going on here, Aaron Long for 2026. No, Aaron Long, please no. Saying not starting Roldan and Zimmerman will cost us. Well, Aaron Long, Roldan is not in this roster, and not starting Zimmerman was a good thing. Jeff Serrano saying, I swear if Club America get Greg. So it's been confirmed that Club America will not get Greg Berhalter. It's also been confirmed that Jesse Marsch will not coach the U.S. men's national team. It has been officially confirmed Jesse Marsch will not be the coach of the U.S. men's national team, which means, based on the names we've heard, Patrice Vieira and Greg Berhalter are probably the leading candidates right now. Crazy. We're going to go through the Mexico lineup very soon. S27 saying, hot take, anything less than multiple goal win tonight is unacceptable. We need to win and win with style. To progress, we must dominate CONCACAF. So I agree with you in regards to win, but remember, this is a derby. It's a rivalry, and these games are tricky. They're tricky. Sometimes you're the better opponent, but rivalries will sometimes even things out. So I would love to see the United States get a very convincing 3-4-0 win, but the rivalry usually doesn't allow that. But we'll see. This is one of the best lineups we've seen from the United States, probably the best attacking lineup we have seen in U.S. men's national team history. Drew Watson said, I like this lineup. Let's take it to them. Strongest front four ever. Drew, I just read your chat, and I actually think so too. In terms of attacking power, this is probably the strongest we've ever seen for the United States men's national team, right? Probably the best I've seen. Well, definitely the best I've seen in my lifetime. And definitely, unless someone watched maybe the United States in the 1950s, which I don't know. The GOAT Rodon saying, what a lineup. And yes, it is Rodon. It's a great lineup. Is it Christian Rodon? Christian Rodon's in the chat. Jack is saying, I hope a dual national, Pepe or Zendejas score to win. I would like that too. We don't know if any of them will play, if Pepe or Zendejas will play. We don't know that, right? Pepe is behind floating Balogun, and Balogun could go the full 90. Balogun's been playing full 90s all season long for runs. Zendejas, he's backing up essentially Tim Weah, Christian Pulisic, and then you have options like Brendan Aronson, Taylor Booth. I don't know if Zendejas will play or Pepe. I don't know if they'll play. If Pepe goes in, it could be that we're needing a goal. So I don't know. But everyone, if you just arrived, we have 1,000 people in the chat already. This is insane. We have 1,000 people, and we are still roughly 1 hour away from the game. Canada is defeating Panama right now 2-0, so Canada will make it to the final. But this is crazy. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Get it up. I don't know how many likes we have in the video. But remember, once we hit 1,000 likes, the United States wins. Seriously. It's a channel tradition. We know that happens. The game, Shizzo is saying, Ted Lasso for the United States head coach. Let's go, boys. I talked about this before. I think we're the United States of America, right? We're the United States of America. And what happens is we usually try to be the first to do something, and we're highly advanced in technology, and we're usually the best in most of the things we do, or a lot of things we do, right? We're not perfect. I recognize our country's far from perfect. We have a lot of issues, but we're usually the best. We should be the first national team to have an AI head coach. We should just hire an AI head coach and see how that goes.
What happened to this stream? I go to the bathroom for 2 minutes, and now we've got robots in charge.
Yeah, welcome to the Matrix. We should have AI take
stop there. Let's create robot players and just stick the USA logo on them.
Yeah. That's illegal though. That's illegal. It's not illegal to have an AI coach. So we can have an AI coach and we just name him Morpheus. There you go, Morpheus. And the assistant can be Trinity. And there you have it. You're done. Okay, who would you rather have, Morpheus or Greg Berhalter?
Morpheus.
Okay,
I would rather have my grandmother. Greg
so we'll get Morpheus. We'll get Morpheus. That'll work. But Pete, I'm gonna pull up here the Mexican starting 11 because I wanna see what's up with Mexico now. Let's see, Mi Selección. That's their Twitter account, right? Mi Selección. They're not verified also on Twitter. Have you seen the Mexican?
They didn't pay Elon that $8.
No, U.S. Soccer didn't pay either, did they? They're just like verified because we're important.
You get a yellow. There's two different ones. You get a yellow if you're a verified organization, and blue you have to pay for, I think.
So Mexico's not a verified organization. Yeah, that's what they're telling me from that.
They didn't meet the criteria.
I don't see them. Does anyone see the Mexican starting 11?
I can look it up. Keep going.
Yeah. So we're gonna put up the Mexican starting 11 very soon. We thought. Wait, hold on. We're going to put the Mexican starting 11 very soon. We talked about how Mexico might have a more defensive approach. We're not sure in regards to that. And let's see this here. Kikimora saying hyped. Hit the like button, y'all. I'm also hyped. By the way, is anyone in the chat right now in Vegas? Are you guys entering the stadium? Is anyone right now in Vegas? DMT Gaming. By the way, 29 called me actually right before the game asking who he should bet money on. United States or Mexico. Obviously, I told him United States eventually. But here's the thing. In Vegas, Mexico are the underdogs on the Vegas odds. I didn't know that. We are Mexico. That's not has that were we the favorites in the betting odds in any of the matches ever?
I don't think we were in the last Nations League final. We were not favorites.
Jacob Ramirez is saying, I'm bricked up for the BJ Masterclass. Let's go. I think that's either very smart or very poor choice of words right there. Very poor choice of words. I mean, a lot of people might not know our coach his name is BJ, and then they just read just heard me say that I'm bricked up for the
So
BJ Master
I'm
class.
looking on on Selección Nacional. It's not showing a lineup yet, which is weird.
Yeah, I didn't find it either.
I don't know where it is because it's not on their. It's not on their official Twitter, unless I'm missing it. But I'm scrolling down their Twitter and I can't find it.
Maybe they're trying to rig it. I'm telling you, I don't.
Somebody in the chat said they sent it to you in the DMs.
They sent it on the DMs. What's their name?
Oh,
okay, got it.
Joshua. Yeah.
Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. Got it. Thanks, Joshua. All right. The lineup is out for Mexico. Let's put it out here. Thank you very much. Man, you guys are all amazing here. Even the guy that's bricked up.
Honestly, that was the first time I heard that when he said it to me last year. I was like, what?
Yeah. Let's see. Devonta Jones saying, check your DM, sent the line. Thank you, Devonta Jones. I got the lineup here. And it's Memo Ochoa, Cesar Montes, Edson Alvarez, Israel Reyes, Orbelin Pineda, Luis Chavez, Jorge Sanchez, Henry Martin, Uriel Antuna, Victor Guzman, and Jesus. It's the exact lineup you put out earlier, Pete. It's the exact lineup. So it's a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
3-5-2. So for anyone who doesn't know, Diego Coca, their coach right now for Mexico, he likes to play in a 3-5-2, usually very pragmatic with a solid back line. And then he likes to play with two players up top, usually a true center forward, like a big man, and a speedy forward surrounding him. So the two guys up top, the big man or the center forwards is Henry Martin, and then the speedy forward is going to be Antuna. So they're going to have Antuna playing up top.
Yeah.
The pace merchant Antuna, which probably would have been Chucky Lozano if he was here. Look,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying. Wait. Wait. What's this here? They're announcing the U.S. men's national team coach on Friday morning. Is that official?
I don't know. I saw that from Ping, but I don't know where he's getting that information from. I have my sound off, so I can't hear anything. But that would be wild ass times.
Yeah, hopefully if they announce something and it's not Berhalter, hopefully it's with a win today. I just want to say this about the lineups. It's not about being arrogant. It's just about being realistic right now. Looking at Mexico's lineup and looking at our lineup is far stronger. Like, this is not even arrogance right now. It's just straight up forward. Like, anything can happen in the game. It's one game. Pete talked about it, like an early goal, a red card, and you have to deal with it in 90 minutes. But I'm sorry, there's just no other way to say it. The United States starting 11 is far better than Mexico. There's only two players in this Mexican team that would start for our team today. Probably Cesar Montes next to Chris Richards, and Edson Alvarez, I'd probably put him ahead of Yunus Musa right there in the midfield. Outside of that, none of these players would start for the United States. Maybe Ochoa against Turner. It kind of doesn't matter there.
So Tack, Jonathan Tannenwald is reporting. We now know that Jesse Marsh is out of the USMNT race. I've been told by multiple sources to be ready for an official announcement of some kind tomorrow morning. So we will find out. I can't right now. With this big game and then this big announcement tomorrow morning, I'm just going to live on StreamYard pretty much, because if it's Greg, whatever happens tonight, that'll be the worst news of the week.
What gets me worried is Greg did reject Club America. The timing.
In this camp, all the players like coming out and saying, like, the timing feels very much like, oh, we're gonna.
So pretty much, if we beat Mexico today and we announce Berhalter tomorrow, it's almost as if you got married on Thursday and your wife cheated on you on Friday. You found out she cheated right after you married her. That's literally what's gonna happen. We're gonna be celebrating tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, we beat Mexico. Then we wake up. It's like, hey guys, Greg Berhalter, I'm back.
Oh my God, that would just be a real killjoy, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Now, if it's Patrick Vieira, I think, can we say with some confidence it's probably one of those two?
Those are the two front runners, yes.
Right.
Okay. Jack is saying blonde Geo probably scoring a brace. I feel bad for El Tri. I like that Geo dyed his hair or bleached his hair or whatever he did.
Yeah,
to it.
Gio needs to have a big game today, man.
El Tiburon saying only one missing from the starting lineup. It's Brekshay. Brekshay retired. He said enough is enough. He said the United States is good enough that we don't need Brekshay anymore. He left his legacy. He left his legacy. Let me see here. What Dustin's saying here is true. Is like, why Dustin's saying, why would they announce it during the tournament? Like, why? If he's not going to take over, why wouldn't you just wait for it to end?
Because it's U.S. soccer. Because it's U.S. soccer.
Watch it. If we lose to Mexico, they're going to stay quiet. They're going to wait.
Yeah, they're going to postpone it. They're going to postpone it until after the Gold Cup to see if we can win that first.
Oh, I see what they're doing. If it's Berhalter, what they're trying to do is like, we're going to be so happy about Nations League that we might like just like not care, but we will care.
Yep. This is classic stuff from U.S. soccer.
Ben is saying Philadelphia Inquirer says the announcement is tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm actually more nervous about that than the game.
I know, me too. That has impacts all the way to 2026. This is one game. It's an important game. Like, okay, would you rather lose this game and they announce Patrick Vieira or destroy Mexico 5-0 and they announce Greg?
Yeah, we lose.
Right? It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Why would they announce it in the middle of the tournament? It also distracts the players. It's such a U.S. soccer thing to do, man. U.S. soccer, it's truly incredible. Seth Floyd is saying, I'm hyped right now, man. This has to be the most talented USMNT roster has ever had, certainly since I've been watching since the 2010 World Cup. Like I said, in regards to like attacking power, this is the best I've seen the United States ever have. Right? The defense, we could even argue that in the World Cup, when we had Tyler Adams, Tim Ream, Carter Vickers, that might have been better defensively. But offense, I've never seen this much talent in the United States with the offense. Canada won, by the way, everyone. Frank Kessler saying, I hate you, Pete. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Probably because of Berhalter.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not Pete's fault.
Yeah, redirect your hate. It was Jonathan Tannenwald who broke it. Watch, they pan to Greg during the game. Just you watch. During the game, all of a sudden, Greg Berhalter's there. If they do that, you know it's over, guys. It's Joe over.
After seeing this squad, I'm in Spain without the S. Pain? Why would you be in pain with this squad? Unless he's, El Tri fan. That's the only explanation.
Maybe.
George G saying, is this the strongest USMNT lineup of all time? Pete, I'll give this one to you again.
It might be. It might be, yeah. Just especially with that attack. It might be. It might be the strongest lineup we've ever got. But ultimately, it's just a collection of players. Now they have to show us they can do it on the field, right? So it's a big game. These guys have all been there before, though, right? They've all played in, big games against Mexico. This is, in a sense, a very experienced group, right? Look, Christian Pulisic, Miles Robinson, Weston McKennie, Gio Reyna, all four of those guys, have showed up against Mexico in the past. Turner as well in that Gold Cup final. Dest played against Mexico, I believe, in that. No, Dest did not play against Mexico. Was he? Yeah, no, Dest was there. He was in that Nations League final.
Yeah.
A-Rob was there. So the only guy who Whale was there. The only guy who really hasn't is Balogun. So
yeah, they all lived through all of this here. But going on, let me see here. Going on, let me just see who else said. Matro, Rude Canadian. Welcome. The Rude Canadians. You guys have been nasty to us. You guys started to send smoke to New York City. What's up with that, Canada? Attacking the United States before Nations League. He's saying super excited for this second place finals matchup. May the best loser on Sunday win. Judgmental. What is that? Don't make me answer that.
Judgmental deity is another somebody in the chat. Judgmental deity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whoever wins today is the champions of Nations League because Canada is allergic to trophies. So whoever wins today is pretty much the Nations League champion. President Chip saying BJ Man came through with the lineup. Yeah, BJ Man did a great job with the lineup. We'll see how the team plays out, but he did great. He did great. This is a good lineup. Anthony's saying, would you rather see El3 win or Greg return? We answer that. It gets to a point where for the long-term success of this team and because the World Cup matters more than this, it's better to lose to Mexico today and not have Greg back. But again, these are not related. The coaching decision is already done. So I'd rather just beat Mexico tonight because they're not going to decide their coach based on that. So Brazilian Fury saying, Tack, what's happening? The U.S. is playing Mexico. That's what's happening. Chief is saying, hey, Tack, and can you shout out to my baby cousin? Okay, wait. I'm just worried about let me read the name. Mohammed. Pete, am I getting tricked?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Yeah. Can anyone in the chat let me know? Am I getting I'm okay reading this. I'm just scared that I might fall for something here. I don't know if it's bait. I can't tell. Mohammed. Oh, yeah, it is bait. It is. Oh, it is the last name. Read the last name quick.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yep.
Nope. Not reading it. Good. Nice try. Nice try. I ain't falling for it. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. But I'll just say shout out to Mo. Jeff Serrano saying, yes, I'm talking about L3. Honestly, our biggest L than our World Cup record. Yeah, I mean, the main thing about Mexico today is this could, if the United States plays their A game and Mexico is just in an average day or in a bad day, I'll just put it this way. It could be the first time the United States runs over Mexico. We were dominant in that game in World Cup qualifying, the 2-0 win, but I don't think we ran over them by any means. They had chances.
I don't think we're going to run over them today. I mean, I know you get excited looking at that lineup. I would be pleased, obviously, but very surprised if we run over Mexico, guys. I don't think it's going to be that simple or straightforward. It never is with a derby.
I don't know. I've seen Palmeiras run over some derbies. My Palmeiras. I've seen them do it.
Yeah, it's a different story here. We've never run over Mexico. We've gotten run over by Mexico. This would be a first. We've done 2-0. That's the best we've done. We've never beat them by 3 goals or more.
Manny B saying, I'm hearing that Greg Berhalter got rejected from Club America. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be the USMNT coach, so maybe there's hope. Rejected, so he applied for the job and they said no to him? I don't know. What we heard was that he was waiting on the U.S. men's national team decision. Again, but if the U.S. men's national team was to decide now, right, if they were to decide now, Berhalter would have known, right? He could have waited on the whole story is weird. The whole story is weird. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. If we win Nations League, you have to wear a I Love BJ shirt. Where am I gonna buy that? They sell those?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Macwell, Mr. Tactical, Filippo Man Silva, big fan. Macwell, want to join the stream here? How you doing, Macwell? Haven't talked to you in a while. You just got back from Europe.
How you doing, bud?
Shav Macwell join here a little bit here. He might have a few things to say. Okay, this stadium is actually beautiful, the Allegiant Stadium. I've been there. I haven't been inside of the stadium, but yeah. I've been on the outside. Also, did you see how Herc was complaining about the weather?
Was he?
Yeah, he was talking Vegas. About how it's super hot. I was like, one, it's probably as bad as LA right now.
Oh, yeah. Because LA is not great.
Yeah, I was just talking about he was talking mainly about people not walking to the game in Vegas. I actually walked to the Allegiant Stadium when I was there. It's not that far if you're at Mandalay Bay. It's not that far at all.
Yeah, I
walked there too. No way. Manny B saying, Edgar replied to me saying, Greg Berhalter to the coach announcement. There's no way. There's no way.
Edgar sometimes is right, sometimes not. So
Someone I texted told me they said they know the two are Berhalter or Vieja. Well, Edgar also said that Berhalter was going to Club America.
yeah.
We're gonna have to wait and see. We'll know tomorrow.
Are we going to be able to sleep tonight? Like, this is the future of our World Cup 2026 being announced tomorrow, right? Like, I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm going to be tossing and turning. I can't do another 3 years of bounce passes and verticality and Christian Roldan's vibes.
If Berhalter comes back, I might vomit in the stream. I might just vomit in the stream.
Oh, God. It's kind of ruining the vibe. I was so hyped for this Mexico game now. I don't know. President Chip. Oh, no, so it wasn't President Chip. It was whoever before you. Edgar might just be trolling you also.
Yeah, I think what we have to do is if we beat Mexico tonight, we got to party like there's no tomorrow. We got to celebrate like Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Because we never know. Greg Berhalter might be back tomorrow, and then it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
President Chip saying if Macwo joins the stream, the United States will win 3-0. Well, he's not joining, so it's not going to be 3-0, maybe 4. Dylan saying top 3 candidates for the job apart from Jesse. So, by the way, Dylan, Pete already confirmed. Jesse Marsh's agent confirmed it. Jesse Marsh is done. He's not going to the U.S. men's national team. That ship has sailed. It's either Patrice Vieja, Greg Berhalter, and I don't think there's a third option right now.
No, I think it's one of those two. I think that's what I can't believe it's coming down to this.
The problem is there is someone that reported that they saw Greg Berhalter go to an airport yesterday.
I heard that too.
And
but that could be many things. That could have been going to Club America.
He could also be going to Orlando, to Disney.
Yeah, I mean, he could be going to Europe to talk to Sparta Rotterdam. Who knows?
AR is saying not to be a downer, but if they're announcing tomorrow, it has to be Berhalter so he can coach his teacher's pet at the Gold Cup. Maybe, but I mean, Patrice Vieja has been available for a while too. I wouldn't discount that. I don't think it's impossible. But if it's Berhalter, then we're going to talk about it if it is Berhalter, because then it's just a clown of a federation.
Yeah,
it was
even
just
more clown than we thought.
It was just all theater, all an act. All these 6 months, it was all just a big act. Yeah, let's do this. Can we just enjoy tonight without thinking about Berhalter? Let's enjoy the game. This is a big game. The United States is putting a fantastic lineup, one of the best attacking lineups we've put. We're playing Mexico. Let's just forget about Greg Berhalter. He's ruined 3 years of our life already. He doesn't have to ruin it tonight. If he's going to ruin something, let him ruin it tomorrow. Let's forget about Berhalter. I just can't imagine how Greg Beerholder, that account, Greg Beerholder is probably going crazy right now. He's not happy for sure, right? Greg Beerholder.
No.
But I guess we'll know tomorrow who the U.S. men's national team coach will be, and it's gonna freaking suck. Are you watching on Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
They're saying Giovanni Reyna Griezmann. Man, if Reyna plays like Griezmann played in the World Cup, then we're running over Mexico today. Albert is saying, just wanted to send money to the two GOATs. Thank you. But Brekshea and Messi and Pele, obviously, rest in peace, the king. So right now, the only active GOATs are Messi and Brekshea, and they're not here at the stream, unfortunately. Robert's saying, you cursed this tack by predicting a win. Yeah, Pete, I had to put my prediction on Twitter, and I put the United States winning.
I knew you'd crack.
The tactical jinx is fake. It's a conspiracy theory made by our enemies just to discredit me. It's fake, and you shouldn't listen to it. It doesn't exist.
Tack, you're like that meme now where the guy shoots the guy on the couch and then turns around and goes, who could have done this?
No, the tactical jinx is fake. It's a fake conspiracy theory from our rivals here.
Propagated by you.
I literally predicted Canada to win by a 2-goal differential, and they did. I got that right. Why didn't I jinx Canada? I predicted Manchester City to win. It's fake. It's a lie. I predicted a bunch of things, so it's a lie. If the United States loses today, it's not because I tweeted that. No, Palance is saying, sup, fellas, the United States would get the win if they score more goals than Mexico. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. Do you have
That's
anything
it.
to add to that?
Not really.
Nah. I think, okay, just now in all seriousness, to answer the question, I think it's just about the mentality. If we have the mentality right, we're calm, focused, we'll be fine. We can't get nervous. We can't get into their game, their mental games that they do. If they choke you, don't hit them back. We learned that in the past. We're the better side here. It's mostly about our mentality today.
Yeah.
Mel says, who keeps letting Pulisic take set pieces? Pulisic and the coach, and hopefully he doesn't take set pieces today. We have Gio Reyna on the field for that. I think also in regards to us winning this match today, not just the mentality, it really depends on how Mexico is going to play. One, we have to be very cautious in transition, right? We know Diego Coca is going to try to go long. He's going to try to hit us in transition, likes to soak up pressure, his teams. And Antuna is playing up top. As bad of a player as Antuna is, the dude is fast, right? Antuna is fast, and that is something to watch out for. Otherwise, like up top, we have so much quality. As long as the chemistry is there, the players gel, and it works, we should be able to get a few goals. You have Balogun, Pulisic, Weah, and Reyna. And behind them, you have Musa and McKennie. Dog Clan TV saying, let's act like if we win, Greg isn't coaching us so we can focus on the game. Yes, if we win, Greg Berhalter is going to coach USL or something. Or Jamaica. He can go coach Jamaica. Matthew Rodriguez saying, this starting 11 is great. Let's go CRC over Costa Rica versus Guatemala. They're playing?
Not sure.
Michael Harrison saying, to be fair, Herc said that Vieja is the front runner. Okay, that's good because Herc, did he guess it or did he actually mean it?
He's guessing. He said to me he thinks that. Like, there's so much conflicting information. Most people are taking stabs in the dark, guys. Honestly.
Yeah. I still think it won't be Greg.
I hope you're right. I've been let down by U.S. soccer too many times, so I automatically go to the worst case scenario.
And who else here? Adam Willen is saying UEFA Nations League, Spain or Croatia. I'm going to go with Croatia. I think it's time for Modric to win a trophy in the international football or soccer. I'm going to go with Croatia. Not that I care too much, but yeah. Pete, what about you?
Sorry, say that again.
Spain or Croatia for the Nations League?
Croatia.
High level MLS executive saying, if we get 1,000 likes on the stream, Greg won't coach. If we get 1,000 likes in the stream, we're gonna send Greg to where should we send Greg? China. We're sending Greg to China. If we get 1,000 likes, we're sending Greg to China. Why China? I don't know, man. It just seems like the most like inconvenient place to go right now that he would be allowed to go. Right? He can't go to the country with the letter R. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that name on YouTube. The country that drinks a lot of vodka, the vodka country. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but Frank Esser saying, I hope no one told Gio that Greg's being announced. Guys, let's stop talking about freaking Greg Berhalter.
Can you blame them?
No,
it's
but
been
just
6 months of drama, and now we know we're going to find out tomorrow. I don't blame them at all. I'd be just as nervous about that.
God, can you just forget about that clown for 1 minute, please? Matt Pollock saying, thought USMNT is on HBO now. No, we're Paramount Plus. There is HBO now. Didn't they change their name to like Max?
Yeah, it's called Max now.
That just sounds like it's like a dog.
And it's terrible. The algorithm is all changed up. All the shows that you were watching don't show up anymore, like wherever. So you have to start everything again. It's a nightmare. That little changeover was terrible.
S. Nelson saying, does U.S. soccer hate us? Why would they even consider Greg?
U.S. soccer, let me be very clear, does not give a teeny tiny shit what you think or want. That is how they've operated for their entirety of their existence. You are a fan. You are a pesky annoyance getting in the way with your ideas and opinions. The only thing you are good for to U.S. soccer is your ticket money and your concessions money and your merch money. If you do that and shut up and sit down and clap when you're told to and wave your pom-poms like a good little simp, that's when you are a valuable fan. The minute you start having your own ideas or opinions or wanting great things, that's when you become a problem for U.S. soccer. You are the peasant that they do not actually care about except for what they can milk you for.
Yeah. Lee Woodcock is saying Greg Berhalter to Saudi Arabia where they don't mind wife beating.
Oh my God.
A little bit of a dark joke, but at the same time, it's not.
It's not unfair.
Let's say allegedly it's not unfair. Allegedly. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone else here. Balogun, we're peasants. Yeah, for this we are maybe. Guys, look, we gotta. God, I hate U.S. soccer so much.
I know why would they announce this now? Why would they leak this now, right before the game, when we had a good thing going? That lineup is getting us hyped. We're excited. Gio's blonde, Balogun's starting. It's just like, why? Why now? Couldn't you just let us have a good night and enjoy ourselves?
Imagine they announced Greg Berhalter like during the game.
Oh my God. Right as Mexico, or they announce Berhalter and then Mexico gets so excited. So they score 2 on us. That would be the Berhalter jinx. They announce Berhalter at halftime and Coca goes, guys, this is our chance. Berhalter's back. So Mexico gets all fired up and they score twice and we lose.
What if, okay, I have a better, what if they lied to Berhalter? Listen to my theory. This might be true. Listen up, everyone. Pay attention. Story time. What if they lied to Berhalter to get him to go to Vegas? Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So they keep Berhalter in Vegas because that's the only way you can get rid of something that you can never get rid of. Like, for example, Greg Berhalter, if he's back, he's essentially like the herpes of U.S. men's national team, right? You can't get rid of him. So the only way to get rid of Greg Berhalter is you bring him to Vegas and you do some type of ritual that you just keep him in Vegas forever. He just stays there.
You start a new team.
What?
You give him the Las Vegas Lights. You put him as the head coach of Las Vegas Lights.
Or just do something like what they did to Elvis Presley, right? Remember, he was just like stuck in Vegas doing concerts all the time.
Yeah, give him a residency, it's called.
Yeah, just keep him there.
It's like a verticality residency for Greg Berhalter. And he does bounce passes. That's what he does. He basically does bounce passes on stage behind his back, and then he shows off his mugs, and then he does kung fu kicks with his new kicks. That's the Berhalter residency in Vegas.
Just keep him in Vegas like forever. Just like
he alternates by barking like an African dog in between.
It's just keep him there forever. I mean, like I'm not being mean. It's not like I'm asking him to go to a crap place. Like you can have a good life in Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Yeah. John K saying Paramount Plus is garbage. It's so blurry. Why is a huge game like this on a streaming platform? I agree about it not being a streaming platform. It should be open, probably on just like cable TV or just the antenna. But the worst part about Paramount Plus was when I was watching Canada, the announcer was ahead of the play.
Yeah, he was.
It just ruined the experience of watching Canada completely.
I know, because he told you it was going to happen before it happened.
Geo Mom, please come up with something.
I love that all the focus is now not on this game anymore. Now we're all just quaking in our boots. My God.
So,
by the way, did you notice these warm-up kits, Tack? They're just so much nicer than anything that we've ever had as a real kit.
You know what I just thought about? And I think anyone in the chat that's a Star Wars fan will understand exactly what I'm about to say. If Greg Berhalter comes back, this will kind of remind me of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, where Emperor Palpatine comes back and the sacrifice of Vader in Episode 6 just goes down the drain. Essentially, if Berhalter's back, the sacrifice Claudio Reyna made for the 2026 World Cup will be down the drain. It'll be gone. Like everything that Claudio Reyna and Daniel Reyna had to do to just like they ruined their lives essentially in regards to U.S. soccer to get Berhalter out. It'll be down the drain if Berhalter comes back, just like Vader gave his life to get rid of Palpatine and save Luke, right? Luke is Gio Reyna. And then Palpatine just came back in episode 9. It's literally, it's just so wrong in so many levels at this point. And Jeff is saying, if we don't hit 1,000 likes, it's Greg for sure. Have we not hit 1,000 likes yet? What are we right now? We should have had.
Someone put it in the chat. I can't tell on StreamYard.
Yeah, I can't see it. StreamYard needs to put that. Seth Floyd is saying Greg Berhalter to Brazil imminent. I would be fine with that. Take him to Brazil. He'll get fired in a year. But by then, U.S. Soccer will have a coach. I'll be okay if Brazil signed him right now. He wouldn't last a year.
Palmeiras tech.
No, we have a good coach.
Can you imagine? You watch Palmeiras, now you have to watch Berhalter every week.
No, but the thing is, like, the soccer club fans in Brazil, they actually like beat up coaches and players on the street. So Berhalter probably would not. I wouldn't recommend him going there.
I mean,
dude, the first game that we lose a derby and he does a freaking bounce pass, he's getting punched on the street by someone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But going on, they say Matt Poliquin is saying late to the party. What's the Greg Berhalter news? A leak? No, there's nothing. There's all we know is that it looks like we're gonna have a coach announcement tomorrow, and Jesse Marsch has been confirmed to be out of the race, which means the two names that are floating around are Patrice Vieira or Greg Berhalter, and that's it. So right now, there's probably like a 40 to 30% chance that it's Greg Berhalter, 40 to 30% that it's Patrice Vieira, and 20% that it's AI. We could maybe have artificial intelligence coach this team. So there is that possibility still. The game Shizzo said almost 800 likes right now. Okay, so we're close to 1,000. We're going to hit 1,000 very soon. We're going to hit it. 999 Glue said, how do we turn captions off with Paramount? I don't know. Like, it depends. Are you watching it on Roku? Are you watching on your iPad? If it's on Roku, you have to leave Paramount Plus and take it out on Roku. Where are you watching it? What's like?
If you've got a Roku TV, go to the little star button right there. You see the star button? Go to that, click on that, and then it will show you different options. And you just go to accessibility and captions, and then you can turn them off there. That's if you have Roku. Because that's what I have. If you have something else, I can't help you.
I think, like, if Greg Berhalter, we need to stop talking about Greg. It's too much. Back to the game. Let's put let me see here if FootMob fixed, because FootMob had the lineups out, but they had the formation is terrible. They put a 4-4-2 for both teams because FootMob doesn't care enough about the game. They don't know. But back to the lineup of the United States, if anyone missed it, what we have is probably the most talented front four we've ever seen for the United States. No exaggeration. Again, talent is one thing. Actually producing and playing well, that's a different thing. In terms of talent, Pulisic, Gio Reyna, Tim Weah, and floating Balogun up top is the best I've seen in my life. And I'm very old. Okay, I'm not that old, but you get what I'm saying. I'm old enough, because the thing also is U.S. soccer, anyone that was able to watch them in the 90s, before that, it didn't really exist, right? So it's pretty much...
I mean, it existed, but no one cared.
Exactly. So it's from the 90s beyond. I obviously wasn't able to watch the 90s. I sort of watched 2002. I was very young. I kind of remember it. And then 2006 beyond, I started to actually follow.
Yeah, I started in 2002. That was my big coming out party. I was actually, and I'm ashamed to admit this on an actual stream, but in 2002, I was 15. I was a big Man United fan at the time. So I was watching the England national team because I wanted to see Beckham was there, Nicky Butt was there, Paul Scholes was there, Rio Ferdinand was transferring that summer. So I was kind of semi-rooting for England because of the Man U boys. But then I watched
disgusting.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I have to confess. But then I watched that US team and it made me fall in love with my American roots. And I was just like, hell yeah. But yep, that's a dirty, dark secret from my past, guys. I half rooted for England for a short period of time.
You should have kept that to yourself.
I know. It's going to haunt me forever now.
Yeah. I mean, I've rooted for Mexico before when they played against Argentina. but I can explain that. The main reason for that was I knew if Mexico beat Argentina in the World Cup, they would lose in the next round. While Argentina, I was afraid of them actually winning the World Cup. So I had to root for Mexico. I knew Mexico would lose to the next team. That's what they do. Karl Marx, the communist, you're back. Okay.
Oh, Carl, we've missed you, Carl.
And he's saying, on behalf of the Communist Party, to the future U.S. men's national team coach, bonjour. Isn't bonjour Italian?
Yeah, it's French. French.
Was Karl Marx French?
No, Karl Marx was German.
He was
He
German?
German? I think he was German. Was he German or English? I think he was German. Wasn't he?
I don't know.
Karl Marx. Yeah, he was German. He was a German guy. He wrote Das Kapital, which literally means the capital. He was definitely German. You can't say bonjour because he wasn't French. You have to say like...
No, but French is buongiorno.
No, that's Italian. Italian is buongiorno. French is bonjour. Bonjour.
Okay.
Bonjour.
Okay. He was they're saying he was Italian, German. They're saying German, so he was German.
Yeah, he's German.
Okay, he was German. We got him. We found out. Why is it always Germany, dude, with these weirdos?
Thankfully, my girlfriend's not here.
Yeah, what are they feeding the Germans, man? It's you get these people from history that are freaking weirdos. They're always from Germany.
To be fair, Hitler was Austrian, right?
It's still heavily involved with Germany, clearly. Like it's always Germans, man. What's going on there? What are they drinking there? LeBron James is saying he could coach the U.S. men's national team. I would take LeBron James over Greg Berhalter.
Yep, so would I.
He would pretty much just tell the players to play, and he would get a lot of eyeballs to U.S. soccer. That's for sure. 999 saying huge thanks on Roku, and I could not figure out the CC. Now it seems like you have. The game Chizo saying the squad that got the U.S. men's national team to the 1990 World Cup was basically a Cinderella amateur team. I believe that. The 1994 was probably the first professional. Besides 50s in general, soccer wasn't that professional in general back then. Let me just see here who else. Fubo, Telemundo. Then you stream for audio. Yep, can watch it on there. Let me see if guys. It's so hard to follow the chat here. That's what I'm trying. I'm hearing Vieja. People are saying Patrice Vieja. I hope so, man. If it's Patrice Vieja, I think it's we're in good hands. I think I'm optimistic about that hiring overall. I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the world, but I think I like it. That's all I have to say about Patrice Vieja right now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's good. Just because you like it doesn't mean it's going to be
And Barney, because Pete froze here for a second. Barney 7181 is saying GI to our boys tonight. Nepotism times 100 if it's Greg Berhalter. If it's Greg Berhalter.
But I think there's a certain risk with anybody we hire.
Now you're back. You froze again, Pete, but you're back. Bonjour for Frenchman Patrick Vieja. We need to know how to say his name properly. It's not Vieira.
Vieira. You're saying it right. It's just faster.
Yeah.
If you're French, but I don't think you have to say it with a French accent. Just because it's a French word doesn't mean you have to say it with a French accent. You can say Patrick Vieira, and I think it's fine. That's what most of the world says. So
let's see. Justin Knox is saying, thanks for the podcast and all the great content. I'm so ready for this Balogun performance. I feel like the boys will be ready for this matchup. I expect 3 goals plus. 3 goals plus would be quite remarkable. If we get 4 goals against Mexico, I'd like to see that. But we'll see. Justin, what was the biggest win we've ever had against Mexico?
I think it was still 2-0. 2-0.
No. I mean, in terms of overall goals that we scored.
I don't think we've ever scored 3 on Mexico, but I could be wrong. I still think it's 2-0.
Yeah, I'm looking here. 2. Well, we actually in 2000 we beat Mexico 3-0 on the US Nike Cup, but it might have been a B team for them.
Yeah, might not also have been a real tournament. The US Nike Cup.
Yeah, I mean, we did
That
score
sounds like
3
a camp
goals.
cupcake.
We did score 3 goals in the Nations League final, right, in extra time. It wasn't a 3-0 win, but we got 3 goals.
That is true. That is true.
Jake saying, honest question, Bill Belichick or Berhalter? Who the heck is Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick I don't know if, I'm not sure if he is, but he was the New England Patriots coach for many years. Coached Tom Brady for a long time.
Okay, yeah, I'll take him then. He coached
One of the
Tom
most
Brady.
famous NFL, probably the number one NFL coach, certainly of this generation.
He would probably wear those cool headphones in the game.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Brazilian Fury saying, to distract Greg Berhalter talk, who'll be the next Brazilian manager? So Brazil's considering signing an interim coach for another year, as long as Ancelotti gives them the okay for next summer. That's the latest on Brazil. They're okay giving another interim coach for a whole year, as long as Ancelotti takes over before the Copa America in 2024. But they would need to get the yes from Ancelotti, which they haven't. So I think Brazil's probably going to sign someone like Jorge Jesus, Abel Ferreira, or maybe like Fernando Diniz, which one of those guys, which probably would be fine, to be honest, any of those. Robert is saying, if you don't have the game on one screen and the guys on the other, I can't help you. The guys, you mean us? Yeah, I mean, I can't listen to mainstream media commentary anymore. I haven't in a long time. I think it was back in the 2014 World Cup. Me and my dad were watching. I watched the group stage in the US, and then I went to Brazil for the knockout rounds. But watching it and listening to, was it Alexi in 2014? I think it was Alexi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been around for a while.
Yeah, I think after that World Cup, me and my dad decided to watch TV on mute or just in Spanish because we don't really understand Spanish. S27 saying, boycott the World Cup if they bring back Greg Berhalter. I mean, I don't want to think about them bringing Greg back. That's the thing. Boycott. Like,
we'll address this tomorrow because trust me, we're doing a live stream tomorrow. Whoever they announce.
If it's Greg, we're probably doing more than one reaction and then one like late, probably like trying to think about what happened.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot to talk about, but just try to focus on this game, guys. I know it's hard. I know it's shitty ass timing, but this is just still a huge game. And imagine losing tonight and then they announce Greg Berhalter tomorrow. That might go down as the worst week to be a USMNT fan.
Oh no, yeah. Then I might not really boycott the Gold Cup. I might just like not feel like watching it.
Yeah.
It's like not even boycotting at that point. Just like, you know what?
Jesus
I need
a Greg Berhalter love story continues.
Yeah, like my mental health will need it.
Yes.
Just like get out for a little bit. Elijah's saying, did you see Scally? He did his hair to match Gio. Yeah, they're blonde. Gio and Joe Scally went Super Saiyan today. S. Nelson is saying, Allez
Do you want me to say it in French?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Allez, États-Unis. Allez, États-Unis pour toujours.
What the heck is that? Oh, and Pete froze again. Once Pete is back, I need to hear from him. What does that even mean? AR saying odds Berhalter picked the Gold Cup roster. Look, I don't want to say it, but they're reasonably high, possible. No, Palencia is saying, oh, how great is it to not see Jesus Ferreira on the roster? It's freaking great, especially when you have a player of Balogun's caliber. It's kind of funny how Pete froze there. Pete was like kissing the air. Pete, are you back? Should I drop Pete? Oh, there you are, Pete. What does it mean, though? What does it mean what you said?
Allez means let's go. États-Unis means United States. Allez, let's go. The only thing, and pour means for. I just don't know what toujours means. Let me look it up.
Okay. Let me go through here. So, by the way,
Always.
Kickoff, the game should have started like now. So it's a bit delayed. It should have just started now. But it's a bit delayed, probably because of the Canada game. But now the stadium it's packed. And it looks like Mexico's playing at home, even though we're playing in Vegas, which is in the United States. But it looks like Mexico's playing at home. And Pete froze. Pete's out. He'll be back soon. Victor Modeste is saying Pete will always freeze in the funniest position. Yeah, I need to start drawing Pete. I need to start. Matthew Rodriguez saying, Pete, you got to check out the Bone Kettle in Pasadena. Pasadena. Is that in California? Pasadena? I think so. But let's go back here. So the United States will play Mexico. It looks like the game is delayed roughly 10, 15 minutes, which kind of sucks because it's already late in the East Coast, right? It's already 10 p.m. here in the East Coast. But yeah, the United States will play. The match will start against Mexico for the Nations League semifinal, sorry. And the winner will play Canada. And we'll see how that goes too. But we got to win today. And then tomorrow, the U.S. Soccer Federation apparently or allegedly will announce the new U.S. men's national team head coach. Is anyone who in the chat? I want to know like this. In the chat, just do it like this. If you're from the East Coast, put the number 1 in the chat. If you're Central Time, like Texas, put the number 2. If you're in the West Coast, California, Seattle, put number 3. I want to see everyone in the chat where they're from. If you're in the East Coast, man, it's going to be rough, the time. The game's probably going to be done it's going to be done past midnight. If there's extra time, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it's going to be very late. 1 1 1 1 1 1. A lot of East Coast people here. East Coast 1 1 1 2 2 2 3. A lot of people from the East Coast. A lot of people here are from the East Coast. Good luck staying awake with me. I mean, I'll be here. I'll be awake. I'll be here. I'll be awake. Brazilian Furry, you're from the West Coast. Are you in California? Pete, you're back.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm on hotspot now. It always works better anyways. I was on Ethernet just now. It's Spectrum, man. I'm going to give him a call. But for now, I'm just going to be on my phone. So keep going.
Holy crap. Eric Flores is in Europe right now. What time is it in Europe? Like 4 a.m. and you're awake for the game?
Gotta be, yeah.
Big props to you, man. Big props. A lot of people. Yeah, it's also a work day. It's a Thursday. And a lot of people here from the East Coast. My eyebrows is asking Ted Lasso or Greg Berhalter. Just at this point, Ted Lasso too. Just bring Ted Lasso. This will be funnier. Soccer Savin is saying, do you think Hudson left or he was forced out? He did actually sign for a Qatari team. So I don't want to go towards the conspiracy on that. I want to just say that, yes, he left because he wanted to. He had a better job opportunity, probably more money, and also to be an actual coach, long-term plan. So I'm going to say Hudson left because he wanted to. That's what I think. What about you, Pete?
I don't know. It seems like he got a job offer to be a head coach, which is probably what he wanted in the long term. He'd rather be a head coach than an assistant, and he took that money and he took that job, and I don't blame him for it because they were never going to hire him full-time as the national team coach, so he took the sure thing. That's my guess, but who knows for sure.
Corona is saying, which player, coach would do the best job for the U.S. men's national team? Pete, can you answer that real quick? I'm just going to get a cup of water super quick.
Yeah.
For this one.
Which player coach would probably do the best job for the USMNT? I'm going to say Tim Ream. Tim Ream probably seems like he'd be a very good coach. Got experience, played at a high level, very calm, as a center back, sees the game, good at keeping Gio Reyna in line. I'd say of all I said Tim Ream of the players there available now.
Ream, to me, I'm going to say Roldan.
He can be Ream's assistant.
Yeah, I think Roldan will be, if he chooses to, but I think Roldan has good potential to be a coach. He communicates very well. Seriously, everyone thinks I'm joking. I'm not joking. He communicates very well. Clearly, the players like him. The coach likes him too. And I'll tell you one thing. Usually bad players in the future make good coaches.
Yeah. It's usually the mediocre players who become good coaches.
Mm-hmm. So I think Christian Roldan can actually be a good coach in the future. I'm not joking. People think I'm joking. I'm not. Eric Flores is saying, I'm in Russia and it's 5 a.m. Got to represent the United States. Wait, are you actually in Russia?
Yeah, you can't be serious, Eric.
Are Americans allowed there?
I don't think so.
Know. Yeah, what's going on, dude? I don't know, man. Well, I guess he is there. And apparently their YouTube is allowed in Russia right now, I guess. I don't know what's going on in the world anymore.
He works for the CIA.
Yeah. Aaron Alexander saying, rumor has it that Reina is on the move this summer. I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't think Reina's on the move this summer. Brazilian Fury saying he's in Denver. He's in Denver between Pacific and Central time. So you are 2 hours behind me, right? Yeah, 2. Because Pete's 3. Central time is 1.
Yeah, Mountain Time.
Mountain time. Carona is saying current USMNT player that would make the best coach. Oh, yeah, that Pete already said Tim Ream, and I said Christian Roldan, in my personal opinion. Tim Ream is like the dad of the team, more like the grandpa, the old wise grandpa.
That's a poor guy. He's my age. What are you saying grandpa for?
Let me see if I didn't miss anyone here. I remember once in the chat too, the guys in the CIA. The guy's in the CIA. Guys, you can't tell them he's in the CIA. You can't do that. You're gonna get the guy arrested there. Water. Okay, the game is about to start in 10 minutes. 10 minutes right here. Let's see who else. Oh, he's saying he's been in Russia for 4 years. Many Americans are here. I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, we can't blow his cover here. Well, I guess as long as you're safe, as long as you're fine there, as long as you're living life well, having a good time, and enjoy it too. I didn't know many Americans were there, actually. Matthew Dominguez is saying, I super chat Pete and his internet shits the bed. Rest in peace. Yeah, Pete's internet, man. Pete's internet. It's not doing that great. So let me see if I can put this here. So the game should have started already. These double headers really screw us over, right? Because what happens at the end of the day is you delay the main event. We had the JV game, right? The junior varsity game was earlier between Canada and Panama. No one cared. The game was empty. No one cared about Canada. No one cared about Panama. And then the Canadians, the rude Canadians, they were obviously on Twitter just complaining about the fact that the game was in the United States. Canadians, which there are probably none in the chat right now. Listen, if CONCACAF didn't play so many games in the US, it would go bankrupt. That's how it makes money, right? And also, a trip from Canada to Vegas, depending on where you are, it's not that far. You can make it, right? And I'll tell you one thing. If you put a game in freaking Toronto, United States and in Mexico in Toronto, Mexicans would pack that game. Jose Reyes is saying, my mom. Wait, he's saying, my mom. Greg needs to be clapped if he comes back. I was like, chill, mom. Anyhow, let's enjoy this night and get that win. Cheers, friends.
I don't know if I'd want my mom talking about clapping Greg.
Yeah. She must be a very passionate U.S. men's national team fan.
Very passionate, yes.
Or maybe he just doesn't like dudes that kick their wives.
Could be. Could be that. As a woman, I would not blame her.
I think it's fairly reasonable for any woman to not be a big fan of Greg Berhalter.
Agreed.
But going on, Steve Galley saying, cheers to our man Tack with reliable internet. Sometimes I've had shitty internet before too. Unlike Pete, who lives in Cali, where they apparently ration the internet and water. Ration the internet and water. Are they doing that there, Pete?
No, they just Spectrum is shitty. Water's fine. We've had more rain this year than we've had in like 10 years. So we're out of drought. Internet, it's Spectrum, man. My advice to anybody, don't get Spectrum. If you're thinking of getting internet, don't get Spectrum.
I have Spectrum here, actually.
Don't get Spectrum in California. If you're in Florida, it seems to be fine. Not so much here in Cali.
Yeah, what's going on at the game here in Paramount Plus? They ended it. Is there something showing up?
Yeah, it's showing up for me. They're doing lineups. They're about to do anthems.
Okay, something's wrong for me here. Crap. I want to watch the game. What is happening? What is happening? Okay, Paramount Plus. This stupid app. What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the TV and turn it back on. Sorry, everyone. The game's about to start, and then my TV just decided to not work. So give it a
Between
second.
my internet and your TV, it's Greg coming back. He's ruining the zeitgeist.
Everything. It's some type of curse with the U.S. men's national team here.
Yeah.
But Pete, once again, before we start, what was your score prediction again?
2-0. I'm going for another 2-0.
So I'm going with 2-1. That's what I put on Twitter, and I'm sticking to it. 2-1 for the United States against Mexico. Alex is saying, love staying up until 3 a.m. to watch England's B team. Wait, hold on. England's B team? We have literally one player. Okay, maybe Yunus Musa too. It's kind of weird that England wasn't able to ever beat their B team in a World Cup, right? They've played their B team a few times and they still can't beat their B team. Why won't it freaking work?
So right now, the Mexican national anthem is what's going. So after that, the U.S. will play and then we'll be off. Is your TV just off or what happened?
It just left Paramount Plus and it's not going back. I might just get the iPad.
Try rebooting the TV, like turning it off and on.
What happened to this stupid, idiotic thing?
Yeah, grab the iPad. You don't want to miss any of this. What if we score early?
Yeah, and I'm betting on that. Okay, now Paramount might be coming back. It's loading at least. I hate this freaking app so much. It should be free just because of how shitty it is. Matthew Dominguez saying, Pete, you got to check this place at Pasadena.
Bone Kettle in Pasadena. Yeah, I saw it. I haven't been there, but I saw it. So I do want to check it out. I'll check it out sometime.
What is it? What's the food?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of food. It looks like a restaurant/bar. So.
Oh, goodness. I just want to put the freaking game. Come on. Stupid app. I'm going to be in California this summer, so maybe
maybe we can go there together.
Me and Pete are going to hang out in California.
Yep. We might do a live stream while he's here.
Yeah. From Disneyland.
Live from Disney.
Live watch along from Disneyland. And the worst ride that I've ever been to. It's a small world. It's a terrible ride. That ride should be taken down.
It's for children. I don't know why adults
not even for children.
Go on that ride.
Oh, the national anthem. Okay, it actually, I caught the very end of the national anthem. That's enough to give us luck.
Yeah.
U.S. versus Mexico. Gio Reyna looking like prime Goku.
Goku. I'm going to run quickly to the bathroom, Tack.
Go ahead. I'm going to get here already, get everything set up. The foot mob. All right, let's get foot mob ready here. United States versus Mexico. Okay. Gio Reyna looking like prime Goku. The game's about to start. Have we hit 1,000 likes before the match even started? That would be a channel record, actually. We've never done that before. Hit 1,000 likes before the game starts. Let me see. Right now we're at 960. 960. Let's hit 1,000 before the game starts. That'll be the first time in channel history. We're gonna be breaking records. We're breaking records here, and it might get me psyched. 1,000. We hit 1,000. We hit 1,000. We're beating Mexico. If I was Mexico, I wouldn't even play anymore. Just forfeit. Just forfeit. Don't go in the field. Oh, they're already in the field. United States with the starting 11, Matt Turner on goal, Serginho Dest as the right back, A-Rob as the left back, Chris Richards and Miles Robinson as the two center backs, a double pivot midfield with Yunus Musa and Weston McKennie, Giovanni Reyna playing as a central attacking midfielder, Christian Pulisic as a left winger, Tim Weah as the right winger, and Balogun will debut as the center forward for the United States, a center forward that scored over 20 goals in Liga, in the French league. And then you have Mexico coming on here in a 3-4. They're saying 3-4-3, but it's probably more of a 3-5-2 with Pineda as a 10 and Antuna up top with Henry Martin. Edson Alvarez and Chavez as a double pivot, Gallardo and Jorge Sanchez as the wing backs, Victor Guzman, Cesar Montes, and Ismael Reyes as the center backs, and Memo Ochoa, that's been around forever with El Tri. He's here. The game Shizo saying, I think the Mexican fans were singing the U.S. anthem. I love it. Yeah, because a lot of them are American. They're just El Tri fans, but they're American. They're born here in the U.S. A lot of the El Tri fans are American. Corona is saying, would fan protest at games get Greg Berhalter out as a coach? No.
Breaking news.
No.
Pablo Maurer breaking. Greg Berhalter is set to return as manager of the USMNT, according to multiple sources. Deal still being finalized, but return is imminent.
No, there's no way.
Paul Tenorio is also reporting it. They're announcing this as the game kicks off on fucking purpose, aren't they? They're doing this on purpose.
They're announcing this?
It's on Twitter. Go to Paul Tenorio, Pablo Maurer. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. What a joke our federation is.
The timing of the release of the news is also all planned.
Yep.
Fuck this federation, seriously. I'm done, man, with this federation. I can't deal with it. Greg Berhalter is back. They literally announced it as the game started.
Yeah. Just as the game kicks off, they announce it on Twitter like the fucking idiots that they are. Of course. This is why I told you. This is why I don't trust anything U.S. soccer does.
Jeez, man. This is unreal right now that they actually planned all of this. This was the plan all along. Crocker is just a puppet. Matt Crocker is a puppet, Pete.
Matt Crocker is a puppet for the federation. This is why we say do not trust U.S. soccer. This is why we are toxic and negative, because they do shit like this on a regular fucking basis. Right as the game kicks off, hoping that the fans are going to be, hopefully they win and the fans are going to be less upset. Like, if anybody who thinks that they did not leak this on purpose is out of their fucking minds.
Oh, Tim Way down the right. It also bums out the whole game.
Yeah, now it almost doesn't matter. I mean, of course it matters, but even if you win tonight, you're still left with this deflated feeling. This is why people don't trust U.S. soccer.
It's unreal. It completely ruined the vibe of the game. They also, do you see how it was all planned? They had the players endorse it.
Of course it was all planned.
The players endorse it. They all asked the players to say it was all planned. It's just all theater. It's all an act. The whole thing of 6 months, this is a joke.
Yeah, all theater. It's all just, they wanted to bring him back. Matt Crocker was hired to justify bringing him back. The fake coaching search, just like they did last time. Nothing has changed with U.S. soccer 4 years later. Nothing has fucking changed, guys.
It's always the same joke, man. I don't know. Okay, let's try to enjoy the game. Let's try to enjoy the game here. Corona's saying, can I send you a list of restaurants in LA to try? Of course. I'm sure Pete knows. He lives there, but you can send it. You can send the list. Now let's try to enjoy the game. And here comes Mexico, saved by Matt Turner.
All right, I'm going to clock off because I'm right behind you. So
All right.
I'll be in and out.
Okay, see you soon. Okay, if anyone wants to synchronize with me, I'm exactly the same time that you're seeing on screen. I'm at 3:10, 3:11. Greg Berhalter's back. I can't believe it. Unreal. Gio Reyna back to Yunus Musa. Serginho Dest. Dest to Gio Reyna. All the way back to Miles Robinson. Opens up to Yunus Musa. Weston McKennie finds Weah. The team is definitely more fluid than they were under Berhalter here. They're playing whatever way they want. Yunus Musa drives inside, opens up middle to Chris Richards. Gio Reyna dropping very deep. Gio Reyna's dropping very deep. Anthony Robinson. Jose Vargas is saying, well, that's with Reyna. His nightmare's back. Yeah, I don't know. I think they wouldn't bring, I don't know, man. I think Gio will play under Berhalter. I hope. The game Shizzo saying, how do we know? How do we know that Berhalter's back? It's been announced. Paul Tenorio, the media's announced it. They announced it during the game. It was all pre-planned. All this shit was pre-planned by the Federation. They gave the information to the media and they told them to release it during the freaking game to avoid backlash. The timing is completely ridiculous. Everything was pre-planned. They had the players praise Greg Berhalter. It was all it's such a joke, man. U.S. Soccer paid $900,000 a year just to hire Greg. Yes, they did. Walter the Epic saying your super chat. Where's your? I missed it, Walter. Did I? I don't see it, Walter. I don't see your super chat. I might have missed it. Oh, here it is. You said 2026 World Cup at home and Greg Berhalter is hired. F the U.S. Soccer Federation. Yep. We have a World Cup at home. We're going to have Berhalter in charge again. Anthony Robinson. And that's a free kick here for Mexico. Free kick here for Mexico. I'm seriously dead inside. I'm seriously dead inside with all of this. Mexico tries to go long on Tuna, settles it, but Chris Richards gets to Anthony Robinson. Weston McKennie with a nice switch to Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest tries to dribble through. He's going to have to pass it back. He's going to go with Miles Robinson to Chris Richards. DMT Gaming saying, what do we do now, Tech? I thought it was a Morbin time. What does Morbin mean? I don't know. I don't know what we do. We try to, I guess, I can't believe we're going to deal with Greg Berhalter for at least under the 3 years. I truly can't believe it. I can't believe it. Dest gets fouled. Free kick for the United States on the defensive side of the field. Free kick for the United States here. 7 minutes into the match, guys. 7 minutes into the match here. United States and Mexico. Dave Valensky saying this announcement feels more like a WWF Attitude Era storyline than an actual sports federation. What's a WWF attitude? What does that mean? Anthony Robinson with the ball. All the way back to Chris Richards that tries to go long. Tim Weah can't reach it, and Ochoa will have it. Oh, the old WWE. Okay. The old wrestling, WWE. Got it. They're saying this announcement feels more like WWE Attitude storyline than actual sports. I don't think we're a sports federation at this point. I don't believe it anymore. So the game's saying the 90s era WWF. So it's WWE. It's just all fake. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Back to the game. Mexico here at the ball. Balogun pressing. Tim Weah, Mexico trying to play out of the back. Gallardo goes forward. Chris Richards able to clear it. Serginho Dest all the way back to Miles Robinson. So far, not much has happened. Oh, actually, not much. Just simply nothing has happened. Okay, ball back here. Chris Richards, Gio Reyna, Miles Robinson, Weston McKennie tries to go long again. We're just going with these long balls here, man. They're not working. Memo Cho get the ball 9 minutes into the game. 9 minutes into the game. Jose Vargas is saying, enjoy the game, pre-Berhalter experimenting era. Yeah, it's going to be the same shit for 3 years again. The Gold Cup roster makes sense now that Greg is back. Now it totally makes sense. Now it totally makes sense. Greg Berhalter probably picked that roster, to be honest. That's probably what happened. Okay, let's go back here to the game. We're trying to go long again, and Serginho can't reach it. We're just going to be long ball merchants today. We're kind of looking like old school England, right? From the 2000s, England from like the 90s, just like long ball merchants. Is Greg back for Rio? Yes, it's been announced that Greg Berhalter is back. It's been announced that Greg Berhalter is back. That is confirmed. That was confirmed by Paul Tenorio. Believe it or not, yes, Berhalter's back. But back here to the game. BJ Callahan on the sideline. I feel like a lot of people might. Is anyone else going to tune out from the U.S. men's national team? Let me know in the chat. Put the number 1 if you're going to tune out for the U.S. If you're going to tune out with Greg Berhalter returning. Mexico with the long shot. That's a goal kick for Matt Turner. Jorge Sanchez tried. 1-1-1. Looks like a lot of people are going to tune out. A lot of people are going to tune out from the U.S. men's national team. Not going to lie. It makes me kind of want to tune out too. This is kind of ridiculous. 1.5, 2. Some people are saying no. They're saying boycott and they'll hear. They're not going to hear a boycott. They're not going to care. They're not going to care. They're not going to listen to a boycott. U.S. Soccer Federation does not care. They simply do not care. We're back here to the game. United States versus Mexico. Edson Alvarez goes all the way back. Christian Pulisic pressing a little bit. Jorge Sanchez. Pete's back. Hey, Pete.
I'm trying to focus on the game, but I'm struggling.
I hate this federation so much. They literally ruined the game for us.
They ruined the game. They just ruined it.
They literally, can you believe that they actually had that fucking moron puppet of Paul Tenorio? All these like puppets in the media.
And fuck the Athletic for participating in this sham. Fuck Paul Tenorio.
They accept all of this. Like
they had the article ready and they were like, no, release it right at kickoff so people won't care as much and we'll get minimal blowback. They hired Sportsology. Imagine hiring Sportsology to hire your current coach. Imagine the fucking shit show you have to be.
So they wasted money. There should be an investigation into this. Was someone making money off? Is there corruption involved? Because why do you hire a third party to rehire the guy that was there?
Coach. I can't even. I mean, I knew U.S. soccer was bad, but this is a new low. This is a new fucking low.
Okay, Balogun tries a shot. Actually, was way out there, and also the game has been shit. Also, to add to that, set pieces
so far it's been awful.
Albert says set pieces
Get up,
continue.
Pulisic.
I asked in the chat if people were gonna tune out or not, and some people said. And I actually want to address one thing here from Yankee saying, if you base your support of the national team on whether or not a coach comes back, then you're not a real fan. First of all, that's a load of crap. That is a complete load of crap. And I'll tell you why. The first thing, Greg Berhalter originally was hired off nepotism, and this second hire was extremely weird. They spent 6 months pretending they were searching for someone. They spent 6 months saying they hired Sportsology to hire someone. They spent 6 months getting a new sporting director, or 5 months, whatever. They said they interviewed multiple candidates. Everything was fabricated. They had the reports coming out last week that they interviewed 10 candidates, allegedly,
Lies.
even
All
from
lies.
Central
This is what
America.
I said. This is what I said. It was
They
lies.
never talked to anyone. It's BS. They didn't talk to Hugo Perez. I know for a fact they didn't do it. They lied again. They lied, and they had Greg Berhalter to come back regardless. This was all fabricated. It was all set. And then they released the news that, look, I'm sorry, and I don't want to call anyone an idiot, but anyone saying this is an idiot, because I just want to ask you, if it's not a big deal, why did they announce Greg Berhalter as the game started? Right at kickoff. Why don't they just announce it on Monday? Why don't they announce it today in the morning? Why did they announce it?
It was all planned. They had Pulisic and Weah. They had Pulisic and Weah even come out and, like, you know, advocate for him. They were like, he's coming back, so now you guys have to say you're happy to have him back. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. U.S. soccer will never grow. They will never improve. It's the same corrupt cronyism and nepotism that we've seen over and over and again. And like I said in the pregame, they don't give a shit about you as a fan. All they want is your money, and then you're supposed to shut up and sit down.
Dylan Ruiz is saying, I hate Greg also, but at the end of the day, everyone's still going to watch. Stop lying, guys. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I think
some might not. There are a lot of people that don't care enough to watch a shit show. There are better things to do with their lives.
I think some people will tune out. I think they will, and I don't blame them. Q Dog is saying, other coach so weirdly because he was upset. Other coach IFT so weirdly because he was upset. I don't know what he meant by IFT. Which federation's worse, the United States or France? The United States. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the French Federation. I don't know much about it. It's just a joke. The Athletic is a joke. The Athletic is literally just
They're a show. We've said this before. I have so much to say, and I'm at I'm at a loss for words, because even I dared to hope that they wouldn't be this awful.
It's incredible how it was all set up. Just to say it, to be honest, if they were going to bring Greg Berhalter back, they're so sneaky and so shitty. Just should have just kept him in January. Just keep him. Just announce it in January. Just keep him.
Yeah. but they pretend. This is the problem with U.S. soccer. They know they're making the wrong decision, so they are looking for a way to justify it. So you have to pretend to hire somebody else, pretend to hire Sportsology, pretend to do a coaching search, and then be like, how do we make sure the fans aren't too mad about this shitty ass decision we made? I know, announce it right at kickoff. Let's get our fucking clown boys, Paul Tenorio and whatever his name is, I don't remember it now, in the Athletic to participate in this sham, and shame on both of them. Shame on both of them for participating in this.
Maxwell Zagala is saying, I actually really didn't like the way Greg lost his job, but come on, get a good coach. I just want to be proud of the team. It makes it hard. The thing is, Greg Berhalter didn't lose his job because of the Reynas. They didn't renew it, right?
No.
I also don't like what the Reynas, in all seriousness, what the Reynas did, but I also didn't want Greg to stay, and he shouldn't have stayed. He shouldn't have come back.
Gio's taking corners now.
Rangav248 is saying, freaking cowards. I'd rather have drunk Alexi Lalas than wasting everyone's time only to choose the same guy. Wasting resources in our time. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They wasted money because allegedly, at least they said they hired Sportsology. There's no way. Like, if your plan was to bring the same coach back, you don't need Sportsology. You know Greg Berhalter, right? They should have known Greg Berhalter by now. That was the plan. Des cuts inside, finds Gio Reyna. Des still has the ball and does some weird ass trick right there. Here comes a cross and clear. That'll be a corner for the United States again. Ben, and I'm not going to read your last name. I'm sure the Berhalter favorites, Jesus, Aaron Long, Roldan, will sleep well tonight, knowing they'll get more undeserving opportunities. They already have. The Gold Cup roster was probably Berhalter.
Yeah, that Gold Cup roster was 100% Berhalter. It all makes perfect sense now.
Deadly Brian X, who confirmed the return? What happened to America? Paul Tenorio, The Athletic. The Athletic is like, the thing with The Athletic is no one really reads their articles. So the only way they can stay relevant is by having inside information at this point. No one cares about them at this point. So the only thing they have going for them is inside information. And to have inside information, they essentially have to do what the name of the guy from the super chat I have on screen right now is. They have to bend over. That's the only way they keep access. They have to bend over. Jose Vargas saying, it's because we are real fans that we care. Had an opportunity to move forward and truly develop because this is the U.S. men's team potential. Tuning out. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, anyone tuning out, I really don't blame you.
No,
I don't blame you for
either.
tuning out.
I don't blame anybody. You've got to do what you've got to do, and I don't blame you. It's hard when you want something to grow and you want progress, but you're hampered by a federation that could not give two shits about the growth of the game in this country.
No, I'll actually change what you said. I wish they didn't give two shits. It seems like they do the opposite, actually. It seems like they actually try to sabotage it.
Well, I said this before. They're not interested in the game growing in this country. They're interested in maintaining power. And they know that if soccer becomes a top 3 sport in this country, it will be because it will mean that they won't have as much power anymore because there will be real media actually covering it instead of their little shills that have been covering it for them this whole time, who are basically just mouthpieces for the federation. So they don't want that. So they'd rather soccer remain small and niche and mediocre because they get to maintain their power and make enough money to justify their little salaries, but not enough where there's any actual real pressure. And then when the fans are angry about your bad decisions, just have The Athletic, once again, write articles about how toxic they all are.
Welcome to U.S. Soccer. Gunner saying U.S. Soccer was not trying to rehire Greg. Not a conspiracy. U.S. Soccer is just bad at their job and can't find and choose anyone better. I actually, I think what you're saying sounds more like a conspiracy than us just thinking that their plan was to rehire Greg all along. Think about it. One thing, I'm pretty sure in 6 months, Greg Berhalter could get a job in MLS, even abroad, even in Mexico, probably get a job. Greg waited. I think that was the plan all along.
It was the plan all along.
It's not a conspiracy at this point. John is saying, got to get Derek on to rant. He's going to be going nuclear right now. So many people are, besides the shills and some YouTube channels that are also shills. That's about it. Rangav saying, given the recent comments from our players about Greg, they have known for a long time. Ooh, Pulisic. Oh,
Pulley.
That would have been such a golazo.
Good run. It was a great run.
It looked like the Champions League one where he dribbled past Courtois. He dribbled past Ochoa on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, why did he hit it over?
Why did he chip that? That could have been 1-0.
It's like the only way to get me happy. Given the recent the players knew, and the federation was asking them to say that for damage control. That's why 29.
100%.
That's why 29 knew Berhalter was coming back. That's why he's been knowing the past few days. The players had known, and Weston probably told him. Do you think there's a chance to win this match? I think we're the favorites, Thiago, to win the match.
Yeah.
FBI should investigate U.S. Soccer Federation. I mean,
so what does this mean for Gio?
He's known and he's playing, so I'm pretty sure
He have to patch things up with Greg. There's no way they would let Greg be the coach again if they haven't patched things up.
They had them talk. They might not like each other, but it's probably going to be like a professional relationship. Also, keep in mind, Pete, I feel like as much as we don't want to accept this, it might be true. This might have been Greg Berhalter putting out the starting 11.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be surprised because it's 4-2-3-1 instead of 4-3-3.
Yeah, maybe he's like less stupid, but still stupid. Just took him like 4 years to figure it out. Joey's saying, watch no one ask why it was announced. Like, no one's going to ask, dude. No one's going to ask. But that's a good question. It's like, hey, but you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, oh, I don't know. The media knew and they decided to announce it during.
Such garbage.
It was the media. Karl Marx is saying, is it me or does this team playing right look better, more fun, more fluent than ever did under Greg? Let's keep BJ. I can't believe Greg is back. Yeah, I mean, even with Hudson, we played a bit more fluid than with Greg. We'll see when Greg returns. The problem with Greg is like, this is the A roster, right? Greg's A roster might have actually had Rodon here, Aaron Long, some of these guys. What does it say when your best player wanted Greg? We don't know if he wanted Greg or he knew Greg was coming back. If you're a player and you know he's coming back, what else are you going to say? You're going to say, he's great. I'm happy to have him back. You're going to go on and shit on the guy that's going to be your coach and might bench you and give you less minutes. Maybe our best player knew Greg was coming back. And Ochoa saves the set piece. What was that, Puli? Well, the play from Pulisic was good. Just the finishing that was terrible. Stephen Gali saying, what a gut punch. Can you two design a protest plan? Seriously, there must be something we can do if we band together. I don't think there's anything we can do.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything we can do. And U.S. soccer is so small that if we do a protest, we'll get lucky to get 100 people to show up.
Yeah, it'll be a joke. That's the problem.
But going on, Anthony's saying, I can't speak for everyone, but I will always support and follow the U.S. team, even though I'm sick to my stomach. I will as well. Pete will as well. We're obviously emotional and pissed off. And I mean, me and Pete already said we're going to continue to cover it normally. But what I was trying to say is anyone that says they need to tune out, maybe for a year, come back in the Copa America, it's understandable. John Brooks is done. We will always have 24. Oh, yeah, John Brooks that one's done.
That one's finished. There's no way Brooks is ever coming back now.
Chris Gary's saying the issue between Greg and Gio ended at the World Cup, so it should be okay. But waiting all this time and wasting the summer is insane. Absolute joke. It ended, but obviously the whole thing with the parents, Gio has to feel one way or another about it, right? It's still his parents involved.
Yeah.
Julian Viva saying, what happens with Reina, Pepe, Scally? I bet Pulisic and Way are happy. Nothing's going to happen to Reina, Pepe, and Scally. I'm pretty sure the Federation put Greg to talk to all the players. And
that's why they were advocating for him, because they knew he was coming back. Gio's dropping super deep on the ball.
Deep. Huh? Very deep.
That's not where he's best used. He should be higher up the field. Musa should be doing that job.
Yeah, I don't know why he's dropping deep. It kind of seems like the players are just acting upon themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very cohesive, does it?
No. They're switching up too. I've seen Musa drop. I've seen Weston drop. Sam is saying, if Greg is more flexible, then honestly, maybe it won't be as bad. But he has to be less hard-headed with his strategy as well as his lineups. But Sam, he wasn't for 3.5 years.
Right. Why do we think now he's going to change?
He was also hired off nepotism, allegedly, or confirmed, whatever. If you want to stand by that. Kyler is saying, I don't know if I can find a way to be positive about this. I'm beyond devastated and I don't feel remotely hopeful for the future anymore. I'm gutted. It makes you and a couple more hundred people or maybe 1,000 people. I know I didn't see that many people supporting Greg. What I saw were some people that were indifferent and people that truly hated it. Corner kick, nothing. We're not doing well on set pieces, man. Tiago Martins saying, if Greg comes back, is it possible for him not to be in No, Greg is coming back, Tiago. It's confirmed.
It's
He's
confirmed.
back. Yeah. If only he wants to leave sick or he's dead. What? He's going to be the coach for 2026, Greg Berhalter. He's going to be the coach. There's also no World Cup qualifying, so there's really nothing that could get him fired. He's going to be the coach.
Even if he gets knocked out of the group stage in Copa America, they'll find a way to justify it. Remember, it's not about performance. It's not about how you actually perform. If you're in the old boys club, you'll keep. It's why Jason Kreis is coaching right now. Jason Kreis is coaching this team, people. Like, it's not about, there's no measure of like you earn your spot. There's nothing like that. Nothing. Look at our rosters. The rosters are like that too. Aaron Long gets called in no matter how he performs. No matter how he performs, he gets called in.
It's also funny how the double standard of certain things, just in general in life, right? If I go on and it breaks news that I kicked my wife 20 years ago, something like that, me or you, right? U.S. Soccer would want to ban us. It's like, you need to ban them. They're a danger. You can't do it. You have to cancel them. YouTube, take them down. They can't be talking. They kicked their wife 20 years ago, which, to be fair, it wouldn't be too crazy if they did that. Now, Greg Berhalter does it. There's like, and I understand it was shitty what the Rangers did. There's no backlash in regards to that. No backlash.
No
They
backlash.
don't care.
Because it's all manufactured to make the Reynas look like the villains.
Yeah,
That's a foul on Gio.
Yeah, I'm not saying arrest the man. I'm not saying cancel the man, but I'm saying, how is there no backlash? That's my question.
I don't understand why there's no backlash, because our soccer culture is still very, very soft. And we think for some reason that beating a woman is not as bad as being mopey in training and not listening to the coach. I don't know. That's the only way I could because there are literally people who are super mad at Reyna for that, but not mad at Greg for kicking his girlfriend.
Franklin Torres is saying, shame to see this generation being pit to waste. Yeah, it's just going to be the same mediocrity as always. Same mediocrity as always. Kate is saying, just joined the stream. What's happening with Greg? Well, Kate, Greg Berhalter is back as the U.S. men's national team head coach. When will he take over? Is he going to be in charge during Gold Cup?
I don't know. Who knows? Probably. Even if he's not physically there, believe me, that roster was a Greg roster.
I mean, let's just be honest here. If they're already announcing it, why not? Just put him in Gold Cup.
Yeah, why not?
Tiago Martins, well, 4 years is too long. Bad things can happen. Yeah, Tiago, look, we're not hoping anything bad happens to Greg. That's nothing bad. We just don't want him there.
I think what he means is bad. Like, he could still fuck up and get fired before the World Cup.
Oh, I thought he was talking about like the injured or dead. I was like, no.
Jesus
Please,
Christ.
No. He can mess up, but it won't matter. He's not going to get fired.
No, it doesn't matter. Performance has nothing to do with it. It's not about performance.
Garcia is saying Greg's coming back. Palm hand to her face. Yes, he is. Someone said plant drugs to get him arrested. That reminds
it's like
me
Michael and Toby.
Frame Toby episode.
Oh my God, guys, what is happening? This feels like a nightmare. Like, I feel like I'm sleepwalking.
No, it's just crazy that people they announced it. They literally announced it before the game started. Like the second the ball hit. Okay, and to add up, the game freaking sucks.
Yeah, the game is terrible. Apart from Puli's chance, we've created almost nothing. There's zero cohesion. Reyna's playing like a 6 most of the time. Pulisic, there's not really a lot of chemistry between Balogun and the attackers. It's a good lineup, but the chemistry is not there right now.
That's their first game together also.
Yeah.
Okay, A-Rob, and clear it again. We're sitting a bit too deep now. Mexico's having a bit of control of the game here. The thing is, Mexico also doesn't look good.
I know. They look terrible also. It's like two mid teams going at it.
Dude, Canada might actually win this.
They might. They might. And then we're going to have insufferable Canadian fans.
Oh, boy. I think U.S. Soccer was also announcing it and having this announcement and just hoping, like, let's just hope we beat Mexico to see if people kind of forget about it.
But at least wait until the game's over.
Well, Pete, the thing is, a lot of the fans are in the stadium. Some fans might not even know the news yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cade is saying 4 years and this team stayed in neutral with Greg with more talent. So what does U.S. Soccer do? The same thing. They're not worried about the level. They're worried about having, a puppet in charge.
Yeah, they want a puppet. Greg is the perfect puppet.
The CIA can overthrow another leader. Yeah, the thing is, CIA usually deals with foreign affairs, right? That's what the CIA is for. Am I right about that? I think I am.
Yeah, foreign affairs. FBI is domestic.
Yeah, and I don't know if the FBI can overthrow a leader. So it would have to be the FBI, not the CIA for this one. Okay, Mexico with the ball. Cesar Montes goes long, and just the game is just horrible.
All right, I'll see you at halftime, Tech.
See you soon, Pete. See you soon. Sam's saying, on the bright side, Greg could always go insane before the next World Cup and be replaced. Oh, look at this. ESPN reported now. Head coach of Greg Berhalter. This is unreal. It looks like we're in a Twilight Zone episode. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Oh, goodness. I can't believe it. He could go insane before the next World Cup and be replaced. Yeah, we could send him to Looney Town, maybe. EV Osama just stopping by to say, I will be boycotting the U.S. men's national team. It's been real, boys. Hashtag woman kicker. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I really don't blame you that you're going to boycott. This really feels like the Twilight Zone. Unreal, man. They actually hired Greg Berhalter back. Here comes Pulisic. Pulisic. They could be number one. Go. Pulisic. 1-0. Pulisic 1-0. For the good guys. Go. At least that. At least that. Wait. Didn't count? What's happening? Wait. What's happening? Wait, did the goal not count? What was happening? So Mexico makes a mistake. Reyna tries a shot. It gets blocked. And then Mexico just messes up. And Pulisic goes on a nice little diagonal shot. No, the goal counted. The goal counted 1-0 for the United States. 1-0 for the good guys. Christian Pulisic. Franklin Torres saying Greg Berhalter signed with the wrong America. Yeah, he signed with our America, the United States of America, that we didn't want him. Tiago Martin saying bad coaching, criminal nepotism. I mean, how just? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, Tiago, how he keeps getting hired. San Marino FA saying 1% chance, 99% faith. Remember, Marsh done deals. No, San Marino, it's done. Greg Berhalter has been announced. It's done. Carlos saying, I feel bad for Balogun right now. You guys think he's wishing he was at the England U23s? It's going to be a waste of talent. I don't think Balogun doesn't know Berhalter. So, or I mean, he knows Berhalter because Berhalter was in touch with him too. Berhalter tried to recruit him before. So I don't think Balogun's regretting it at all, especially because we have the lead right now. We're beating Mexico again. Tim Weah, this can be number 2. Weah with the cross. Gio Reyna, get a shot, Gio. Get a shot, Gio. Gio cuts inside, blocked again. Best thing about Greg is his shoes. I do agree with that. His shoes are pretty nice. That is true. His shoes are nice. We got to give credit where it's due. Captain America, Chelsea's the clown show. Captain America, Christian Pulisic, Chelsea is a clown show. Gunner saying boycotting. Sorry, Tax. See you in 2026. Gunner, I hope to have you back soon, but if you need a boycott for a bit or you need to just tune out, I totally understand. Balogun gets fouled. That would be a free kick for the United States. Balogun gets fouled. Dominic Gonzalez saying, "Where they're Pulisic haters?" Yeah, I mean Pulisic haters. I don't know. He's the best player by far. Yeah, he's among our Pulisic as of stand for the U.S. men's national team. Probably still our best forward, alongside maybe Balogun. Ball goes in, and that'll be a goal kick here for Mexico. 40 minutes into the first half here. 40 minutes. Is this an 18 for Mexico? Blinksoy, for the most part, yes, but Mexico's still missing some key players. They're missing Chucky Lozano. They're missing Tecatito. Santi Jimenez is on the bench for some reason. He's their best center forward right now. So it is mostly a Mexico 18 missing maybe 2 or 3 key players. But again, the U.S. is also missing Tyler Adams and Tim Ream. So it's roughly the same in that sense. Skit the Kid saying, Truth Bomb, we already bought the World Cup trophy, corruption. I don't, I, no, I don't, that part I don't believe that we bought the world. I don't believe in that. Okay. Weston McKennie seems a bit injured. No, he's okay. Corner kick here for Mexico, 41 minutes. Corner kick for Mexico. Ball delivered, cleared by Miles Robinson. It appeared. Miles Robinson. Tiago Martin saying, where's Law and Order SVU for Greg when we need it? Oh, Law and Order, the TV show. Yeah, it doesn't apply to Greg Berhalter, apparently. Yes, Eddie, Greg Berhalter is back. That is confirmed. Greg Berhalter is back for the U.S. men's national team. That is confirmed. Unfortunately, it is true. Greg Berhalter is back. We'll be talking a lot about that tomorrow. We'll be talking about that tomorrow quite a bit. I'll do a whole live stream dedicated to that tomorrow if you guys want to. I need to process all of this. Gio, Musa. Oh, beautiful Gio to Balogun. Oh, Balogun can't settle. Can someone dig up more dirt on Greg, please? Max B saying on the super chat. Yeah, let's not dig up dirt on Greg. You don't need to end the guy's life. We don't need to go that far. Corner kick for Mexico. 43 minutes. Corner kick for Mexico. Okay, that'll be a throw in for Mexico now. Let me see. Kyler's saying, I need Danielle Reina online. Yeah, Danielle Reina has been canceled. She's been canceled. Danielle Reina and Claudio Reina. They've been both canceled. Chandler's saying, can't wait for the sexy bald man's bounce passes. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay just not seeing that guy's bounce passes anymore. But we're gonna still see. I hope he has some shame though, and he like starts to at least behave like an adult. Slick Nixon. Now we know why the players have been talking positively about Greg recently in the media. Of course they have. They knew Greg was coming back. What else are they going to say, right? Berhalter's coming back. They're going to compliment him. They already knew. They were told. Maybe they even requested the players to do so. John is saying, I hear Greg uses a miracle whip instead of mayo. Wait, what? What does that even mean? Miracle whip instead of mayo. The game is on Paramount Plus. Anyone asking in the chat? 45 minutes. We're about to hit 45 minutes very soon. United States 1, Mexico 0. Diego Coca looks very worried. Being Ace's dad is saying, what if the whole Reina versus Berhalter was fabricated to begin with and was an excuse to release him and then rehire him? Nah, that conspiracy goes a bit too far. I think that actually happened for real. Julio Nunez is saying, hoping this Berhalter deal falls apart. It won't. It's probably already done. Is it me or does it seem like Reina and Pulisic don't play well together or don't want to? Do they get along? I don't know, man. I think they're doing okay. Pulisic's playing better for sure, more active and scored a goal, even almost scored 2 goals actually. I think they just need to play more. They need to play more together. That way they can build chemistry. I think they're maybe lacking some chemistry. Gio's also dropping very deep today. And he's not really playing as like a central attacking midfielder. It's like a dual 8. Dominic Gonzalez saying the United States had a bounce pass section in the Greg Berhalter interview. They might have, and they tested it, and he passed. He fucking passed. He passed the bounce pass test. Why though 808? He can't keep getting away with this no more. Jesse Pinkman voice right there. He can't keep seriously. Berhalter can't keep getting away with this at this point. He seriously can, but he continues to do so. Also, anyone that wants to watch the game for free, there is a FuboTV link on the description of the video. Click on the FuboTV, get a free trial. You'll be able to watch this game, and you'll be able to watch the final on Sunday. FuboTV link on the description if you want to watch the game for free. Just get the 7-day free trial. Tiago Martin saying he assaulted his girlfriend. Why isn't he in jail? At the time, his girlfriend and wife didn't press charges, and they talked it out, and they figured it out, and Greg Berhalter never did it again. So that's why he's not in jail, and I don't think he should be in jail right now, in my opinion, right now. And that's it for the first half. United States 1, Mexico 0. Of course, they had to announce Greg Berhalter before it even started, and here we are. And Pete's back. Hey, Pete. Very weird that we're beating Mexico at halftime. I love the goal. I love that we're beating Mexico, but I can't focus on that.
Yeah, it's very hard. Why did they have to do this to us? Why did they have to announce it right now? At least let us just enjoy this game. I don't know, man. It's very strange. But game-wise, we're up 1-0. Great goal from Pulisic. We're looking better the last 20 or so minutes, right? The last 20 minutes, we've been better. Started off a little chaotic, but we've looked a lot better the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite evident the talent gap between both teams, right?
Yeah, it's very evident.
Mm-hmm. But it is also hard to enjoy all of this and saying, "What you mean announced Greg Berhalter? Greg Berhalter has been announced as our he's back. Like
He's
not
back.
today, but he's back. He might, maybe he won't be also for the final, assuming we hold on to this win. He will be back probably for Gold Cup. I'm assuming. I think that'll be the announcement tomorrow. It'll be that Greg Berhalter will be in charge of the Gold Cup. U.S. Soccer wanted that Microsoft Office sponsorship. Wait, what does that have to do?
PowerPoint.
Oh, PowerPoint. Slick saying hired new directors do the same shit. Well, U.S. Soccer doesn't hire directors.
They hire
puppets. They hire puppets. What do you call it again? It's a ventriloquist.
A ventriloquist, yeah.
Yeah, U.S. Soccer is a ventriloquist. That's what it is. It's not a football federation or soccer federation. Is U.S. Soccer trying to get an Andrew Tate sponsorship? What does that mean?
Well, my guess is what he's trying to say is because Andrew Tate has been accused of being abusive to women. So that's the correlation.
Yeah, he's been accused. Well, Greg Berhalter actually was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dylan, your super chat. But again, just to make one thing clear, that's not the reason we're asking Greg to not return. That's been resolved between him and his wife. The reason we don't him return is because we don't think he's a good coach.
Even if that had never happened with his wife, we would still have wanted him gone.
Yeah. Julio Nunez saying Reyna dropping back because Weston and Musa don't pass well and they're giving him the ball. It seems like they're figuring out. There's not much chemistry. Pete, did you notice too that Reyna doesn't seem to be playing really as a 10? It's more of an 8.
He's playing more like he's dropping very deep in the build out and then he drifts wide in the attacking third. It's a little weird. It's not really as a 10.
No. Trying to think. It's very hard. And they're talking about it now. He literally announced 7:12 p.m. California time. They announced it 3 minutes before kickoff. 3 minutes.
It's so classic U.S. soccer. Classic U.S. soccer.
Oh boy, I'm trying to think of something else here. Our set pieces sucked. That's one thing to say.
I think this whole game has been very chaotic apart from the goal. The last 15 minutes, we looked a little more cohesive. Sometimes it feels like the players are getting in each other's way. Have you noticed? Like a ball will go into an area and two players will go for the same ball. Look,
Black chemistry.
It's the first time that Balogun is playing with this front three behind him. So I'm not super surprised. I'd say give it some time. Let them cook in the second half. I mean, 1-0 is nothing, right? Mexico can equalize. There's no doubt they can equalize. But this Mexico team looks really bad, right? Just as we suspected. Talent-wise, you can see the gap. The chemistry is not really there yet. I'm not particularly bothered, though. I think chemistry will come as these guys play more together. So I'm not particular. And if you pull guys out in the 60th to 70th minute, that's fine.
Yeah, it's the truth is at this point is they're going to blame Diego Coca, the Mexican fan base. I just don't think there's much any coach can do.
It's very hard with that. Yeah, although he could play Santi at least. I mean,
yeah, he's also a puppet.
Who, Coca? Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah,
they're all.
Ugo Up is saying, what subs would you guys make? I wouldn't make any subs right now.
No.
I would see how it plays out. If we get a 2-0 lead at some point, send in Pepe late in the game. Also take out Weah at some point, put like a Brendan Aronson, Taylor Booth. But outside of that, if you want a bit more stability, maybe defensively in the midfield, you send in Johnny for anyone that's tired of the midfielders later in the game. That's about it. I wouldn't change anything. I might bring in
Luka to help calm the possession a little bit for Musa or something, or McKennie, one of those two. But Johnny's a good defensive sub if you're trying to defend a lead, for sure.
Yeah, it's more like right now, I wouldn't touch anything. Keep it as it is. It's working. The team is playing well. We're the better side. We could have had a 2-0 lead. Pulisic had an open net. Could have scored that. Also, did you see how in the goal, the Mexican defender just like he hit it back?
Yeah, he kicked it off. Was Gio fouled in the buildup, or did he tackle Gio? I'm not sure.
I
And
don't know what happened. It
it
was
was a
such a mess.
chaotic ass goal. Pulisic sprung on it, and a well placed shot by Pulisic because he had Jorge Sanchez with him.
That was a tougher shot than the one he missed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. No, that was a good finish by Pulisic, and he's like the Mexico killer now. Like I said, but that's the third goal he scored on Mexico now, right?
Yeah. Likes to score against Mexico. Wido saying, why do I love that rich soccer club mentality of U.S. soccer? Brings back memories of my soccer career. Yeah, that's U.S. soccer. The soccer dad, the rich suburban kids. President Chip is saying, is Greg coming back confirmed? Yes, President Chip. It's been confirmed. Greg Berhalter is back with the U.S. men's national team. Believe it or not. It was literally announced at kickoff. They announced it at kickoff. Believe it or not. Actually, believe it. It's the U.S. Soccer Federation. But listen. The Federation didn't announce it, Pete. It was the
they
media.
used their mouthpieces, the media, to announce it.
The Athletic that can only remain relevant if they bow and bend over to the Federation.
Yeah.
It's got to suck to work that way, right? Listen, I'll die with this channel here. If there's like 10 people watching, I'll continue the way. But the one thing I won't lose is my dignity, and I'll report and say things. I could be wrong, but I'll still say what I truly believe, and I won't really bow to all that information just to have access. Right? I've closed so many doors. I've had agents make Twitter accounts to call me a dildo. I've had MLS teams like Orlando City pretty much shut me down. I had the U.S. Soccer Federation not allow me in practice here in Orlando. I don't care. I'm not changing. It's the way it works. But it's got to suck to be someone like the guys from The Athletic that you literally bend over because your job depends upon it. You have to do it the way they tell you to, or you lose access and you're finished. It's such an embarrassment, a disgrace, and they continue to do it. Congratulations to them. The thing is, we can also bash them as much as we want. If they don't do it, someone else will do it. That's the truth. Maybe Gio dyed his hair blonde so Greg Berhalter will think he's a different player. Rio Lena.
He's like, shit, he's coming back and disguise myself.
This guy here, I can't really grow the full beard yet. I'll grow a goatee here. Get some tattoos. They're saying The Athletic and Matt Doyle are absolutely trying to manufacture consent for Greg Berhalter of shambolic puff. Of course, they're literally.
Of course.
I just said everything I had to say.
We've been saying this about the media for years, guys. Nothing should surprise you with American soccer media. Nothing.
Somebody was saying even Dempsey's confused. Yeah,
Dempsey looks pissed, man.
The thing is, anyone serious? Herc also tweeted on Paul Tenorio saying, "Why now, Paul? Why are you announcing at this time?"
Yeah,
not going to get a response.
No,
but I mean, we all know why. Thiago Martin
know good and well why.
Yeah. Do you think the personal life of people that leaders or represent the United States should be at least a decent person, or do you think that doesn't? Well, yes. Anyone with the U.S. men's national team or that represents the United States should be a decent person. Are our leaders decent people? No. Should they be? Yes. But no, they mostly are not. I'll tell you what, Greg Berhalter is a much better person than probably 90% of the people that are in Washington, D.C. right now. The politicians, okay? Not the people, the politicians. Just to make that clear. Before people think I'm talking about the people. Alexander Mantoof is saying Pulisic and Dest look strong. Should help them both find vital moves this summer. They're going to find moves regardless. I'm pretty sure also probably European scouts are not watching this.
They don't care about a USA-Mexico game.
They have enough data on Pulisic and Dest from European games. Rangav is saying, word from American Outlaws, Greg Berhalter is on the plane to Vegas now. Oh, so he might even coach the next game?
He might coach the final.
He lifts the trophy if we win. No. So you got to get Jesse. He can't keep getting away with this.
No. This is where we need Jesse Pinkman. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm just so disillusioned, man. I'm so frustrated, and I have so many things to say, and I'm almost like just not saying anything because I'm worried I'm going to say the wrong thing because I'm angry. And the one thing I've learned in my life is never say anything too much when you're emotional because you can end up saying the wrong thing. But it's just such a classic fuck you to the fans by the federation.
I want to vomit
in every single possible way. And I went on a whole rant last week after that Gold Cup roster was released. It's just like U.S. Soccer cannot help themselves, no matter what. They're just a complete shit show of an organization. But it's not just that they're incompetent. It's also that they're corrupt as hell.
Yeah, I just want to vomit. That's the truth. Game Shizzle said Clint Dempsey is irritated about U.S. Soccer handling of the situation. They're all confused on TV. Well, they shouldn't be confused. I'm not confused. I know exactly what happened. Yeah. Now that it's all out, we know exactly what happened. No one should be confused. They should be frustrated, and I'm sure they are. Clint Dempsey's probably frustrated, but confused. It's crystal clear of what happened. Michael Gonzalez saying, my dad is a huge U.S. men's national team fan and enjoys listening to you guys. Thank you very much, and a shout out to your dad too. Keep it up. For future matches, Reyna, McKennie, Adams, Musa, who gets dropped, assuming Reyna in the middle and not wide. Probably Musa or McKennie. Adams is still the locked-in starter there. Probably Musa or McKennie.
Yeah.
Depends on the opponent, I guess, a little bit. But you probably start Reyna for more creativity, better player up top, more technical. Tyler because he protects the back line. And then McKennie and Musa, I guess it kind of just becomes a situation of who's in better form right now. Dude, who passed it back? It was Edson Alvarez, dude, that passed it back. Wasn't it?
I'm watching it now. So it drops back. Gio's fouled. Yeah, it was Alvarez who passed it back. Gio's fouled in the build-up. The loose ball comes out, and Alvarez passes it backwards. And Pulisic gets past Jorge Sanchez. The two Eredivisie boys from Ajax that Mexico fans have been exalting all season long.
You see, as much as I criticize Tyler Adams, he doesn't do that stupid shit that Alvarez did.
No.
Dog Clan TV saying we need to start a movement. We're powerless, right? In regards to that, we just proved it. We all made our voices heard. We talked about how we didn't want Greg back and all the issues that we all they know a good chunk of the fan base. And even the people that defended Greg, they were also saying it's time to move on. Like even the people that defended him, they didn't hate Greg, but they were like, time to move on. And the federation, you see, what happens with the U.S. Soccer Federation is the fans give them a sign. The fans tell them just like, hey, let's move on. Obviously pick the coach. We give them the sign. And what they do is they just show us the finger. They shove it up our ass. And that's all they do. That's really all they do. That's it. Woos is saying, and sorry, this stream is not very family friendly, but I'm assuming kids are sleeping right now. It's freaking 11 p.m. Eastern time. If you are a kid, go to sleep. Go to bed right now. Go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed. Nothing to see here.
No. Yeah, we're saying some weird stuff. Woos, wasn't many options relating to Greg Berhalter, Charlie Davies. There wasn't many.
False.
Dude, hired Jim Curtin.
Jesse Marsh was literally available. And I didn't want Jesse Marsh, but it would have been way better than Greg.
Yeah, but Jim Curtin also said he was even willing to be an assistant. If you called him, he would be set.
Watch Jason Chris killing your breath.
Jake Foster saying, sad this will be the last time we see a good starting 11 since Greg's coming back. Welcome back, Jesus, Shaq Moore, Areola, Rodon. They'll be back.
They'll all be back.
Andrew McClure saying, we literally cannot enjoy anything as U.S. fans. Nope. Halftime crew taking a piss on the Greg Berhalter decision. Taking a piss, right? That's like, I'm kind of listening here. They're taking a piss to as much as they are allowed to, right? Isn't it going to ruin chemistry with him and Reyna? No, they probably figured that out, dude, by the time it is. Otherwise Reyna wouldn't have been here in the first place already.
Yeah, Reyna would not be here if they hadn't figured it out.
Nicholas Price is saying, confused about this being a narrow pitch. Are these guidelines for the size of a soccer pitch? I think they are for the most part. It's a bit narrow for sure, but it looks
like a little narrow. I don't know.
It might be the minimum dimensions. The minimum.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, this is an official CONCACAF competition, which has to go by the FIFA guidelines. So it can't be smaller than what's allowed. Abdo is shredding them. Twelman is pissed. Yeah. I mean, the problem with the media people is, sure, you can be pissed now, but where were you guys when Greg was fucking up every single game?
Yeah, that's the thing. These guys will all jump. Some of them will jump on the bandwagon now and be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." But remember, those same people called us toxic during Greg Berhalter's reign for pointing these things out. When we'd say this is wrong or this is bad or U.S. soccer, they'd be like, "Oh, you're toxic. You're just Mr. Negative. You're blah blah blah. You have an agenda." Remember that. And now, when everything we said comes true, they're just going to turn around and play outrage. Twellman did this 4 years ago with the "What Are We Doing?" Right? Remember, that was Twellman's big thing. But he was never criticizing that team before. What are we doing? He's just using the moment, the rage of the moment, to like gain some clout by pretending to be on the right side. But it's all fake. It's all fake outrage. I'll promise you, the next game you criticize Berhalter, Twellman will be out there defending him. Promise you.
Davies just went off about how we can't pay a good coach because of equity with the women's team. Wow, good for him. I think that's BS.
That's total BS.
Because Greg Berhalter made more money than the coach from the women's national team.
He made 5 times as much as the
Yeah. I think that's just Charlie Davies is probably pissed off at the women's team for what happened, and he said, but the coach for the women's team, he makes like $500,000 a year. Berhalter was at like 1.3 million, so that's not true. And the second half just started, by the way. We're still talking about Berhalter the clown. I guess we can only hope that he won't call up he's gonna call up the MLS guys. Like, he's not. We got to stop with this whole thing of like, let's hope. He's not going to change. He's not going to change. It's the same Greg Berhalter. Let's not be hopeful about it. It's not going to change. It's delusion if we continue to think so. And when we come back for the second half with the same exact lineup, Mexico looks to be pressing like right away.
Yeah. It's not safe. 1-0 is nothing, right?
No. Oh, Way is through. This can be number 2. Pull a stick. Go. 2-0. Pull a
Game
stick.
over. McKennie. Nice ball from McKennie to Weah. Yep.
Pull a stick.
Yep. 2-0. Game over. Oh, not game over, but 2-0. 2-0. That's what I said before the game. Let's see how long this lasts now. Gio's there congratulating everyone. So there's the rumors of a rift between Gio and Pulisic are just not true. Not true.
I told you guys the tactical jinx is a myth.
2-0, guys. 2-0. I wish I could enjoy this more.
I'm actually enjoying it right now.
Nice ball from McKennie. Good little cross from Weah. Dude, Mexico is truly down bad, huh?
Oh yeah, we are what Mexico used to be.
Yeah.
Alexander saying El Tri fans are delusional. They blame the manager, but they lack serious quality. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not about the manager. Mexico's problem, like Tata Martino, might not even be that bad of a coach. Sure, maybe 1 or 2 player selections, but they are so much worse than the U.S. nowadays. I don't think it would matter.
Yeah.
The Silk Kid is saying it's sick. Oh, sick the kid. It's sick the kid. Also, halftime was awkward. Yeah, halftime wasn't really halftime. It was just Berhalter. Here comes Mexico. That'll be a goal kick. Goal kick for the United States. The Sheriff, thank you for the super chat too. Nothing written. Chino Papa Pill, thank you for the super chat too. Nothing written there. Thank you. Vadi FC saying Gio can play as an 8. He's more of just a 10. He can play as an 8. Gio can play as an 8. Gio can play as a winger, but yes, he's more of a central attacking midfielder. Davies made a great point on air with the equity pay U.S. soccer. If you pay a men's coach $15 million, the women's coach has to make the same. Great point. I don't think that's true. The coach makes less than Berhalter.
Guys, that's not true. Berhalter has been making way more than Andonovski for the longest time. He's fake news. Don't listen to anything Charlie Davies says. I'm sorry.
The women's coach is a dude also.
Yeah, it's not true.
It's men and women. It's not really about like who's the coach. It's also, it wasn't the agreement among the players also. It was the players.
Yeah, that was the play. It was nothing to do with the coach. That is the players' bargaining agreement.
Oh, what a switch from Gio to Dest. Beautiful, beautiful switch. Dest with a cross. Ochoa saves. Dave Valensky saying, I feel bad for Brooks and Jordan Pifok. They're never going to be in the U.S. men's national team again. Brooks for sure. For sure. Pifok, who knows?
We'll see.
Charlie Davies said the new deal with the women's national team can't hire. Guys, we addressed that too. We talked about it, Kasha. We talked about it. I'll do some research to confirm, but I don't think that is true. Okay? It doesn't make sense. It's just that U.S. Soccer, the casual guy is saying it's just like U.S. Soccer Federation is just corrupt as our current U.S. Congress. I wouldn't put it past them. I don't see it could be true. Allegedly, I'll put allegedly. Johnny Walker Blue Label saying, I have some dirt on Greg. Apparently, he paid to have a BJ coach in the locker room. Scandalous. Hey, it's not illegal for him to have a BJ in the locker room, okay? It's not
Edson
illegal.
just fouled, like dragged Tim Weah down.
Yeah. No, this could become something ugly for Mexico.
Yeah, if we score one more, Gio's going to take it. I'll see you guys. I'll be in and out, okay?
See you soon, Pete. And then, crossing. That'll be a goal kick for Mexico. Brendan is saying, I can't wait to see Jesus Ferreira and Jordan Morris lead the line in the Copa America. Hopefully not. Berhalter, Bango, Wango ball till we die, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. We have the Copa America next year during the summer, and we're going to have to watch Berhalter. Pete, let's pretend Greg Berhalter doesn't exist. Who do you hire? Pete is gone here, Thiago. Pete is gone. He'll be back soon. He said a long, extensive list of a bunch of people. Everyone, I hate to not really say no to super chats, and I appreciate everyone's super chat. Just hold off a little bit on the super chat so I can watch the game, please. Let's be honest. Zachary Johnson saying, let's be honest, Greg did some good things, but this World Cup is too important to have him as the coach. His man selection is trash, and the whole MLS is relying on this World Cup. He did some good things, but some good things, sure. I do agree that Greg Berhalter wasn't all bad. He wasn't all bad. We're fair to him and give him credit what it's due. But the 2026 World Cup is too big, and we needed a manager that can take us to the next level. Corner kick here for Gio Reyna to take. Ball delivered, cleared. Musa finds McKennie. Pulisic. Pulisic gets a cross in. I kind of want a Balogun goal. That's what I wanted to see. I want a Balogun goal. Gio Reyna. Reyna. Great delivery from Gio. Ooh, Pulisic. Sam is saying, better give Greg the wrong address to the hotel. They're going to give him the right one. Adam is saying he'd rather have Klinsmann back than Greg. Klinsmann is coaching South Korea right now. Tiago is saying, at least thanks to Greg Berhalter, you get more super chats than ever. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, Tiago, because we get more super chats today, but less people watch the channel. Harry Cox is saying, oh, you mother liquor, you got me. Oh, with his name. Son of a bastard. He got me. Oh, no. Okay. He said, we convinced Gio's a regular starter because I'm not. I think Gio's doing fine. I still think he does have to perform better than this, I guess. But he's doing fine. He's doing just fine. He's playing very deep, right? He's playing very deep. Stefan is saying, I know it's only one half, but can the team play like that under Greg? USA looked energetic in the press on the ball. It was fun to watch. Can we play? We can. I mean, we have the players. It's up to Greg. We have the players. If we don't play like this with Greg, it's on him. Chris Gary say narrow pitch. That means we need Zardes. No, we don't need Zardes. We definitely don't need Zardes. Alexander saying, I'm happy. Greg Berhalter won every trophy available and met World Cup expectations. 4 more years. He met World Cup expectations. Yeah, he did the bare minimum in the World Cup. If you're happy, you're happy. I'm not going to argue with you. 2 Twin Fins. Thank you for the super chat. 2 Twin Fins. And then Michael Cristinzio say, you guys do have an agenda for the team to not suck. That's a good way to put it. Uh, it was actually Game Shizzle saying, you guys have an agenda for. I just love the U.S. men's national team, and I want it to do well. That is it. That is it. Wow, Santi Jimenez is not in. He put a guy named Jay Ejeda. Who the heck is Jay Ejeda? Who the heck is Jay Ejeda? Here comes Mexico with the cross. Oh, it's not clear. That was dangerous. Who the heck is Jay Ejeda? Let me see here. It's Oziel Ejeda. Okay, Oziel Ejeda that plays for Atlas. Makes sense. Makes sense. Coca knows him. Michael Cristinzio saying, Hurt is the song of choice right now between being a Spurs fan and this federation. I'm numb. Damn, you're a Tottenham fan and the U.S. men's national team fan. You suffer a lot. A lot. Teddy Clarkson is saying, announcers saying the players drove this Greg Berhalter rehire with their vocal support. Sure, yeah, that's BS. That's BS. What do you guys think is mashing up Jamaica? Mashing up Jamaica? What do you mean? What do you guys think is mashing up Jamaica? I don't know what you mean, know yourself. I don't know what you mean. Jacob Belbo, and then hold off on the super chat so I can go back to the game here. I think he means because the women's national team now gets the men's World Cup money cut, which they don't deserve. That could go to a top-notch coach. Yeah, I need to listen to what Charlie Davies was saying, but I still don't buy it. I just think I don't know if Charlie Davies knows or he's just like trying to figure out what's happening too, because he's probably confused. Deadly Brian X is saying, we really out here hitting them skill moves. Yep, the United States is playing. We're playing like how Mexico used to play with us. We're the dominant team. We're the better team. Cleared. Mexico has the ball. Mexico's going to have to go all in. They're down 2-0. And here comes Mexico. The cross is in. Cleared by Yunus Musa. Oh, that's a card. He just headbutted Gio Reyna. He literally headbutted Gio Reyna right there. He's bleeding a lot. That looked on purpose, man. Let me see the replay. Okay, that wasn't on purpose. He was going on the ball too, but he shouldered Gio Reyna in the face. He's bleeding a lot there. Gio be all right. Gio be all right. So Thomas is saying, I think Charlie Davis' point was more about how poorly the optics of paying a men's team coach $20 million would look in the midst of all the backlash. How is that worse than hiring a guy that actually kicked a woman? I don't know, man. I think at this point, people are just going to try to make excuses and try to figure things out. I don't know. Cuban Maker saying U.S. players running circles around El Tri. Yes, as we should, because we're the better team right now. The United States is the best team in CONCACAF. Mexico, Canada, I don't care what they say. The United States is the best team in CONCACAF. We won the Nations League. We won the Gold Cup. We're running over El Tri once again. We were the best team in CONCACAF in the World Cup. We're the best team in CONCACAF, period. I don't want to hear it anymore. Going on here, Mr. Mike Bravo saying this rehire of Greg Berhalter is the equivalent of Big Sam. No ambition. Yeah, sounds a bit like what's his name? What Leeds did, right? A little bit like Leeds. Oh, wait, you're saying Gio has a broken nose? Is it a broken nose? Yeah, dude, I would say that can be a red. It wasn't head to head. He shouldered Gio in the face. I would say that's a red. Thiago Martins saying, a Zidane move in this game. Too desperation. Yeah, but the ref didn't give anything. He's pretending like it was an accident. That was not an accident. I thought it was head to head, but it wasn't head to head. Gio Reyna blows by the first one, blows by the second one, gets fouled. Gio Reyna's fired up. Gio Reyna's fired up. We are literally toying around with Mexico right now. We are toying around with Mexico. Of course, there's still 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go. It's still 2-0, so it's not over. Gets fouled by Ismael Reyes right here. Free kick for the United States. Might as well go for 3, go for 4 now. Where are all the Mexico fans? They were talking so much trash to me earlier. Okay, free kick here for the United States. Free kick here for the United States. Gio, oh, terrible, terrible free kick here from Gio Reyna. Terrible, terrible. Back here to the game, back here to the game. Terrible free kick here from Gio Reyna. John is saying 2 things you can always rely on to be a joke. U.S. Soccer Federation and CONCACAF refs. Yeah, CONCACAF refs have always sucked. That is true. CONCACAF refs do suck. Reyna is pulling a Jamie Tart, a Cuban maker. Thank you for the super chat. Jamie Tart is the superstar, the bad boy, right, of Ted Lasso. Hey, Pete.
Hey, Gio's starting to come to life, huh?
Yep. Finally. Dude, that was a red card. The guy shouldered him.
Yeah, that should have been a
face.
red. He went straight in on him, shoulder first.
Yeah, first I thought it was a head collision. So like, oh, it's an accident. They both went for a ball. But when you look at the replay, he shoulders him in the face.
Yeah, and then he got fouled like 3 seconds later as he beat 2 guys. It looked like he was going to go on another Gio run, and then they just fouled him.
Dude, this is the perfect game to get 3 or 4. Truly just like have Mexico pack their things and go. Just like shut up. Like, where are the Mexico fans now? They talk so much trash all the time. Are they still going to be in denial after another American win?
This will be our 6th unbeaten in a row against Mexico.
Well, yeah, and we won all the games at home, right?
All the home games we won, except we drew with them in the last friendly.
El Clásico doesn't count.
El Clásico is a fake game.
That was a game to promote MLS and Liga MX. It doesn't count. Longmorn is saying, I think Gio really wants to score now. Gio looks fired up now. He's looking fired up after he got hit in the face. The game shizzle saying the United States squad has swagger. Finally, right? The thing I want to talk about in the post game, especially, we'll talk about more there, is the difference about players playing better. It has to do also with the fact that you're playing with players at your level up top. All it takes is put one Jesus, and it completely unbalances the forwards. One of them. Miles Robinson now. So Miles got a card for accidentally hitting the Mexican player's head.
Right. But the other guy gets no card for going straight in on Gio?
Yeah, because the CONCACAF cheats for Mexico. That's what I tweeted earlier, and some Mexican fans got pissed off about it. Barney7181, the saddest part is we have so much talent, probably top 5 in the world, and can easily make a quarterfinal in the World Cup. Love you guys, though. Mexico, goal kick for the U.S. We're not top 5 in the world. No chance at all. I'd say we're comfortably top 15, comfortably in terms of talent. With a good coach, yes, we are a quarterfinals team with a good coach.
But we're not getting one, are we?
No, we're getting the same one. Let me see if I didn't miss here. Thiago Martin saying, idea of what will be the roster now for the 2026 World Cup. Tiago, it's hard to project. Players are coming in and out. It's hard to project the 2026 one right now. All the Mexican fans are in the stands, Tack. Yeah, they're still there. We need one more goal so they can start leaving. Go back to the Vegas strip. Go. There's going to be a lot of Mexican fans having to go to the strip club tonight in Vegas.
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
them.
It's going to be a rough night for them.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to the strip club. Ben DeRoss is saying BJ's better than Hudson. Hudson better than Greg. Long live BJ. Hey, it looks like we don't need Greg Berhalter to beat Mexico.
I know.
Incredible.
I thought that was what it was. Greg Berhalter was the reason we won all these games.
Tito is saying, let's get El Tren in. So let's get Pepe in. He wants to get Pepe. I think soon enough, in the next 5 minutes or so, give Pepe 20 minutes, rest Balogun for the final. If we still have the 2-0 lead, of course.
Yeah.
Mexico are out of control. This ref can't control it. Well, CONCACAF refs, right? They never control Mexico.
This is the same guy that yellow carded Pulisic in that Panama game. Do you remember at home? For just like for nothing?
Yes.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, Balogun clearly is going to need some time to gel. I don't think he's been bad. It's just been one of those games where he hasn't showed up much.
And we expected this might happen, right? It's his first ever game, and it's a big game. And, they had no friendlies together. So it's very expected that, it might not gel right away from the beginning. And that's fine. Balo is here for the long term.
Did Matt Turner make any saves?
Not that I remember. Oh, yeah, he did. He made one block coming off his line early on.
The game shizzle saying the player that hurt Reina is sitting on a yellow. Yeah. And Joey said, I hear they'll undo the deal if you eat Taco Bell. They'll undo the Berhalter deal if I eat Taco Bell. Well, sorry to disappoint you guys, but then Greg Berhalter is being signed. I'm not eating Taco Bell.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's not worth. I'm not going to poison myself to get Greg Berhalter out. Stable Genius is saying, rest in peace, the United States double pivot. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Greg continues to do so. Gio finds McKenny with the bad touch. I kind of want us to get. We need to get that second goal, the third goal right now to kill it off. 2-0 is still dangerous, right? Mexico gets a goal in the next 10 minutes. They're back in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to kill it off with 3-0.
Pete, I've never seen a Mexican side lacking quality up top to punish us. I've never seen this.
No, they've gotten to some promising positions, but they have nothing. And this is what we've been saying for the longest time about Mexico, right? Like, this is not new information to us. This has been long coming for Mexico. Their generation is aged out. They haven't produced quality young players. And so they're mostly relying on Liga MX guys.
Aaron is saying, thoughts on the Canada-United States final most likely. Aaron, we'll be doing live streams, previews. We'll be talking about that US-Canada final once it's confirmed. I don't want to talk about it now because the game's not over. We're under control, but the game's not over. So I won't talk about it yet. But it's going to be an exciting final if it happens, which looks like it will. Tiago Martins is saying, should we be doing subs right now? Who should go? I think we can start looking into subs. I'll probably get someone for Weah, maybe a Brendan Aronson, Booth.
No, I'd take Zendejas for Weah.
Really? I would probably put a guy that can defend a bit more. Press and track back. Brendan Aronson, you have a 2-0
Well, then
lead.
you could bring on Johnny for McKenny. McKenny hasn't been great today, huh?
No, Weston hasn't. Johnny or Luca for McKenny probably would be one. Johnny is also good in controlling the tempo of the midfield. He's like slows down the game a bit more.
Well, it would also release Gio to go higher up the field. Gio is
more
playing
defensive.
very, very deep in this game, almost like a deep lying playmaker. Like that little chip to Pulisic or the switch out to Dest. That's like Gio playing almost as a deep lying 6, which is fine. He can do it. That's not really where he's best, though.
I really wanted a Balogun goal. Really wanted that. Ball sent forward. Good. Oh, red. Red, he's out. Alvarez is out. Hey, Americans, get out of the fight. Get out of the fight. Don't get involved in the fight. Don't get involved in the fight. Red card for Alvarez.
That is bad. Yeah. Oh, shit. Water bottles are being thrown again.
Of course they are.
Guys, they need to get out of there before one of them gets a red. We can't afford that.
Minute 69. Nice. Minute 69. Nice. We got to continue the channel tradition, even though there's a big fight. Oh, McKenny's shirt is completely ripped off. They completely ripped his shirt. They completely ripped McKenny's shirt.
Wow. That's insanity. Why is it always McKenny getting this? Remember, he was the one that got choked last time?
Yeah, it's always McKenny.
Oh, look, he's kissing the badge. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Edson Alvarez got a red card for Mexico here.
Yep.
No, actually,
it's over
it was
for Mexico.
Montes. He kicked Balogun. Man, good hustle from Balogun, dude. Came back, took the ball back. Could you imagine Jesus doing that? He wouldn't be able to win the ball.
No. Wins the ball back. Oh, he just kicked him. Like he didn't even
Yeah.
try to get the ball.
It was Cesar Montes.
So it's not Alvarez.
And then it was Jorge Sanchez that ripped Weston McKennie.
So
shirt.
he should be off too, no?
Yeah. It's always McKennie.
Always, right?
Good hustle there from Balogun, man. Just freaking ripping the ball out from Montes, pissing off Montes and drawing a red card. Oh, he gave Weston a red.
What?
You son of a bitch. You
What do you
son
mean?
of a bitch.
For what? Why? So that means Luka will have to play the final.
Seriously,
What's red? What's he got red for?
He got attacked.
Was he the first one maybe that slammed into Cesar
No,
Montes?
he wasn't. I saw the replay. That's not a red. This is BS, man. They're trying to help Canada.
I don't understand what he gets a red for. Did you see any replay?
It didn't look like it. Looked like he was attacked. Where's the VAR? Because the problem is not even today. The problem is he misses the final. Let's see the replay now. He shoved Cesar Montes. That's it. In the middle of the mess.
But that happens all the time. Players shove each other all the time. That's not a red
That shouldn't
card.
be a red. That shouldn't be a red. He shoved Cesar Montes while he was pushing American players. That's not a red.
Jesus. Everybody was shoving. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
This is bullshit. So Cesar Montes and Weston McKennie got a red card, both of them. It's incredible. So Cesar Montes is able to kick the opponent, gets a red card, and then Weston gets the same punishment. And then all the other Mexican players that were just like shoving and pushing everyone out of the way, they don't get anything. We got to get another goal here. Just get a third goal and send Mexico home. Well, actually, they're going to stay in Vegas, and they're going to have to play. Mexico is going to have to play a humiliating game against Panama. De La Torre and Pepe are coming on.
My guess is for Gio and Balogun.
Yeah, so Gio's out and Balogun. Yep, Gio Reyna and Balogun. That's good.
Look, De La Torre is going to have to start that final, so it makes sense to bring him in now.
Yep, it's going to have to be Musa and De La Torre, and then Gio Reyna as the 10. Ben Deros is saying, I would eat 7,000 7-layer burritos if it meant no Greg Berhalter. Well, you'd probably die if you do that. It's freaking Taco Bell. Brian is saying it's Jover for Mexico. It is Jover for Mexico. Luis Villanueva is saying 10 candidates in U.S. soccer end up with Greg. There were never 10 candidates. I can guarantee you. There were never 10 candidates.
No, this is all we'll talk about it in the post game.
Yeah.
Let's let the game finish, and then because I got some shit to say.
Yeah. And we'll be talking about it quite a bit the next few days. Don't worry, everyone. Oh, here comes Mexico. Oh, you know what we need to close it out? A Pepe goal.
I know, right?
And then he kisses the crest. Leeds fans are going to have a field day with that one. Yeah, Leeds fans are going to have fun with Weston. Michael, insane how this is the most fun I've ever had watching the U.S. men's national team. Hey, crazy how Greg could probably learn so much by watching BJ coaches. Well, because BJ just got out of the way.
Yeah,
just
let the players do their thing.
Longmorn is saying Weston grabbed the guy's throat. I didn't see that. Did he grab it when they were attacking him?
I didn't see that either.
Is the ref Mexican? He is not Mexican, the ref. Matt Turner with the save. Okay, we're safe. He's not Mexican, the ref. Nothing new. All of NA hates us. All of North America hates us. That's a super chat from Woos. Thank you, Woos. Bean Ace's dad is saying, wonder how Balogun feels. And this is his first game. I think he feels good, man. He's winning. We're winning. We're going to the final. Balogun probably feels good about it.
Yeah.
Also, he's probably playing in the best stadium of his career. Oh, Turner. What are you doing, Turner? Oh, Matt Turner with the save. Oh, they missed. Turner with his feet. Holy crap, Turner.
Oh, my God. But Musa also needed to be aware of that, too. Good save. Jesus, that was close.
Dude, at least Weston McKennie now, he can party in Vegas because he's not playing on Sunday.
He's not playing. It's going to have to be either De La Torre or Johnny, right?
Weston's going to go party with 29.
Good Lord.
Dog is saying, do you think Greg will still call up Gio Reyna? Yes. I think that was probably part of the agreement for him to return.
Yeah, there's no way. He wouldn't be in these rosters if he wasn't. Greg's been here from the beginning, guys, pulling strings.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Mr. Eyebrows 303, Balogun for sure getting the CONCACAF vibe now. Yeah, he got the full experience today. Besides the field, he played in a good field, but he's getting a good experience here today. It's difficult. Game Shizzo saying it's difficult to see, but Weston did on my third viewing, though. I'm gonna check it soon. Serginho, that's by 1, that's by 2, that's by 3. Pepe's through. Pepe go. Pepe go. Pepe go. Go. 3. Pepe go.
Why am I behind? Oh my God, Serginho. Oh my God, it's game over. Oh my God.
Bye, Mexico.
That was all Serginho, man. This is what thing about Serginho. I mean, yes, also Pepe, amazing. But Serginho plays well for the national team. Well done. Pepe on El Tri. Wow. Oh, are they going to rule it out?
No, let's go.
Oh, he's VAR checking it. Let me see. Nope. Clearly onside.
It's a goal. They counted it. Pepe scoring against Mexico. It just had to be. It's like the perfect game.
Yeah.
Let's make it 4. He was not off. He was on.
3-0.
I'm gonna learn how. We all need to learn how to count a lot more in Spanish.
1, 2, 3, 4. What a finish. What a finish.
Pep, one more. Let's get 4. Let's get 4.
Let's make it 4. Just completely and utterly destroy them.
The game Shizzo saying it's difficult to see, but Weston did on the third viewing, though it didn't look too serious. Yeah, I saw that he did, but I don't think he should have gotten a red. Joey saying poetic justice for the 2 players who hear the most from El Tri fans. Pepe and who else? Oh, Des. Yeah, they make fun of Des. That is true.
Oh, yeah. They make fun of Dest all the time.
Yeah.
All
Mr.
the
Mike
time.
Bravo. Never forget, Greg Berhalter started Jesus against Holland. It's about the coaching. Look, we're beating Mexico with a lot of ease without Greg.
Yeah, this thing that you need Greg there to do this is absurd. You don't need Greg there. Mexico's just down so bad. Like, this is what we said last time. This is the weakest Mexico we've ever seen, at least in my lifetime. I don't ever remember Mexico being this bad. Like, the defending on that Pepe goal was just comical.
Walker Zimmerman's coming on. MLS moment.
I know, right?
Got to promote him. Got to promote him. The game is done.
Got to
promote
moment.
our boy. Watch him give Mexico a goal. We lose the clean sheet. Zoo is saying, imagine the B team players seeing a proper U.S.-Mexico match. The MLS All-Americans must be embarrassed after that 1-1 match in April. The match in April was just El Cachico, just to promote MLS, so they don't care. Dest has balled out tonight. Dest has been good.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Even though it sucked for AC Milan, he always shows up for the national team. That's why I don't have. Some people were saying Scally should start instead of Dest. I don't think so. I still think he shows up for us when it counts. So, I mean, I'm very happy to see Dest tonight play so well.
So, Brendan Aronson's also on for Weah. That's another sub. 305 Riders saying, Tack, can't you hit pause for 5 seconds so P can catch up? It's painful to watching you spoil. Can I hit pause here? Let me see. Okay, I pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, play.
I'm on 81-18.
Okay,
I mean, I'm going to leave anyways. It doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, shit. Why did I do it? Now I can't go back. It's not
you
working.
Can't go back?
It's like not working.
I mean, it's your stream. If it's your stream, you can do whatever you want. Like, if it was my stream, it'd be one thing, but I don't mind you being ahead. I'm just drifting in and out here.
I know, but if I can put it the same, it would be better. Where are you now? What minute?
81-47.
Okay, yeah, I'm like 3 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Semper G7 saying, I wish Des could play like this for a club. He will, as long as he can find a club where he comes in to be the locked-in starter. He can. I just think he needs to take a step down. Harry's saying, this is proof that we don't need Greg. We beat Mexico 3-0. Yeah, this was the easiest win against Mexico ever. We beat it kind of like downplays a little bit Greg Berhalter's accomplishment.
I know, because they were saying he's so good he beat Mexico. We beat Mexico with a PE coach 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand.
Haven't seen Chris Richards getting a lot of love. Man, I love him back there. Him and Reem, Des, Jedi sound so nice. Yeah, Richards is solid.
He's been so solid. There's been nothing wrong with Richards.
And this is a Richards that's not getting many minutes, right? So,
well, I had a whole fight with somebody on Twitter about this. He was saying you can't start Richards because he hasn't played much. It's like he doesn't matter. He's already showed coming in cold against Newcastle and Man City that it doesn't matter. Quality is quality, and he showed that tonight.
That's too. Not playing. Didn't matter. One of the best players.
Quality is quality. That's why they say form is temporary, quality is permanent. Class is permanent.
Cubone Maker saying Mexico got BJ'd. I don't think they got BJ'd. I think they got something else. Hugo Lopez saying Pepe did more in less minutes than the overrated Santi Jimenez. I feel bad for Santi Jimenez, though. He's playing with a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, it's not Santi's fault. Santi's a good player.
Pulisic dribbles past one, dribbles past two. Oh my God, is he going to go past everyone?
No, that's not Pulisic. That's De La Torre.
De La Torre, yeah, just dribbled past everyone.
Oh, and he's fouled. That should be a yellow.
Yeah, no, the ref, no yellow there. The ref's cool. The ref's cool with it. I don't think the ref
even Richards is laughing at the referee.
The ref sucks. BN is saying, how close is Canada to Mexico right now? How far are they from the U.S.? And I didn't know Alvarez is older than Pulisic. I think Canada and Mexico are roughly the same level. It's just that Canada's best players are better than Mexico's best players, but Canada's worst players are worse than the worst Mexican players. That's how I see it.
So it looks like it's going to be a USA. It is going to be a USA-Canada final. And now we get a chance to play the Canadians. The question is, who's going to be coaching that final?
It'll probably be BJ. I doubt they just throw Greg there. I doubt it.
No, maybe the Gold Cup. We'll see.
I think the goal. I mean, I'm just
Gold Cup is next week, though. That's next week.
Yeah, but I'll. Dest, you fucking idiot. Why did Des? I think Des slapped the guy. He's going to get a red.
Oh, Jesus.
Why would you do that? It's 3-0.
Well, so stupid. Now we're going to get Yedlin in the final, aren't we?
Des, what's wrong with you? It's 3-0. You're falling for this. They're just trying to piss you off at this point.
So stupid, man. But to be fair, the guy slapped him first. Did you see that? The guy shoved him in the face first.
Yeah, just get away, though. You have a final.
Oh, now play. Richards gets a yellow? Good Lord.
Well, that's fine. As long as he doesn't get...
Look at this. Watch the replay.
Oh, Des is going to get a red if the VAR call. He didn't get a red yet, but the VAR is going to call it.
See, the guy shoved him first, dude.
Yeah, but he retaliated. It was stupid.
Yeah, but that guy should get one too. You can't retaliate, but that's the guy shoved him in the face first. Look, see, right there.
No, I know, but I don't care about that guy at this point. We won the game. It's over. I don't care.
I'm just saying there's no consistency from the ref.
But Des can't be that stupid. That's the problem.
I agree.
Did he actually get a red? Who got a red? Because I didn't see.
Somebody got a red, right?
Yeah, but he just like threw a red in the middle of a crowd.
Is he rescinding the red?
I guess it was red. Des got a red. Des got a red. I think they're kicking him out, right?
They both got red. Alvarez and Dest both got red.
Arteaga, right?
Arteaga.
Yeah, Des got a red.
Nice. Now it's 9v9. So now we have no McKennie, no Dest for that final.
Oh my God. Alphonso Davies is going to torch Yedlin again.
Better put Scally in. Or Weah. Honestly, Weah.
I would put Scally because he played against Bayern already. He held already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Scally could work. I'd be fine with Scally or Weah. I just don't want Yedlin there.
Scally knows Davies, right, from the Bundesliga. Yeah, Scally's coming in. Scally's coming on, so that means Scally will be the starter for the final.
I hope so.
Andrew Schumacher saying, how cool is it that we have Pepe and Flo? I mean, even in the World Cup, we had Pepe. Don't forget that Berhalter left Pepe out of the World Cup.
Yeah, and now he's back, so who knows?
Yeah. Oh, Pulisic got a yellow too for no reason.
Jesus Christ. Oh, because he didn't run off the field fast enough? He was clapping the fans? This referee is nuts.
He was giving the captain armband. He had to give it to someone.
That is so stupid. Good
Pulisic,
Lord, this ref.
Pulisic, just get out. Don't continue to complain. If you get a red, we're screwed. Pussy, get out. Just get out, dude.
Get out.
We lost enough players already for the final. President Chip saying Des got a yellow, guys. Calm down. No, he didn't. He got a red.
He got a red. He's sent off.
Yeah, he got a red. He's out. No Weston or Des, but we got Craig. At least our squad depth is good for the final. Yes, because Des will be out. We're still gonna have Scally there, which is fine. A Bundesliga fullback. And no Weston. We're going to have De La Torre. And then the backup, De La Torre is Johnny. We're good.
Yeah, De La Torre and Scally should replace those two. Mm-hmm. And then you could make an argument for Pepe over Balogun, but that's a different discussion.
Dude, this ref is so bad. Why did he stop? The homophobic chants?
All right, I'll see you at the end, Tack. I got to
run. I'll be maybe a minute later. Just got to run to the bathroom, but you start right away.
No worries.
Okay, the ref stopped the game now. And President Chip saying, we need to investigate this ref. Dead serious. This ref is ass, man. He's terrible. Mexico fans will now start complaining about the games always being in the U.S. I mean, they kind of played at home, dude. They got to deal with it. They kind of played at home. Most of the fans in the stadium were Mexican. Or not Mexican necessarily, but Mexico fans. So they stopped right now because of discriminatory chanting. So the homophobic chants from the fans. So we're gonna have to wait. The game should actually just end. It's 3-0 for the United States. 3-0 for the United States, but we're gonna have to wait here a couple minutes. I told El Tri fans, I told everyone, the fans from Mexico, the El Tri fans from the United States, I told you guys, El Tri is finished. I told that 2 years ago. No one believed the crazy guy on Twitter right here. I was telling everyone El Tri was finished. And then after all these games, if you're still not certain of that, they are finished. The United States are by far the best team in CONCACAF. El Tri fans can now leave the denial phase. "12 minutes? They added 12 minutes?" He added 12 minutes. Okay, let's try to get number 4 here. 12 minutes added. Let's try to get number 4. Also, both teams are playing with 9 players. The field looks empty. The field looks so empty. A-Rob. Back. A-Rob, send it forward. Luca De La Torre will save it. Still in. De La Torre tries to send it across, and that'll probably be a corner for the United States. Corner kick for the United States. Lasers too. Yeah, there were lasers in Matt Turner's face. The Game Shizzle sent a super chat. Deadly Brian X, thank you for the super chat, saying no. If they don't stop the chant, doesn't mean the match gets forfeited as a draw. Also, Ricardo Pipe, no, it won't get forfeited. It won't get forfeited. If it gets forfeited, the United States wins 3-0. But that's not going to happen. Even if they continue the chant, it's not going to happen. This is another USMNT versus El Tri all-timer. This is the first time in history, at least out of all the games I've watched from the United States and Mexico, this is the first time that the United States were like complete dominance. Like Mexico didn't do anything all game. It was 3-0. United States could have had 4. It's the first time I've truly seen a game where the United States were the better side and there's no debate. This is a legit dominant win. Derek 101 saying, can the red cards be reversed? Because honestly, both of them don't deserve a red. Dude is absolutely horrible refereeing. Sometimes they can be reversed, but it's not going to be reversed. It's not going to happen. But yeah, it probably should have been, but it won't be. Kate Paris saying, with Weston gone, it's time. Let Luka cook. Yeah, so with Weston and Dest out, we got to start Joe Scally on the right back, and we have to start Luca De La Torre as a central defensive midfielder there alongside Yunus Musa and Gio down the middle. That's how we're going to have to set up for the game against Canada. Again, Joe Scally has played with Bayern multiple times. Okay, ball through. Scally is able to have it, and he finds Yunus Musa, and it's out of bounds. Carlos Membreno is saying, can you believe this is Balogun's first taste of CONCACAF? This is nuts. I mean, this is what he needs, man, because he's going to be excited. Now he knows he made the right decision. He's seen it, that it can be very exciting to play in CONCACAF. Plus a 3-0 win against our rivals, and we're heading to the final against Canada. That's going to be a big game. How many minutes we're at? 12 minutes, and right now we're hitting minute 5, so we got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. Pulisic can't get a hat trick because he was subbed out. And here comes Mexico, Sebastian Cordova. Gets a cross, and Turner safe hands. We got 6 more minutes to go. 6 more minutes to go here. So the chant is back, so they might actually stop the game again. I don't know. At this point, they're going to keep shouting it. Just keep going with the game. They're going to keep doing it. Just keep playing the game or end the game. Just end the game. It's 3-0. Mexico's done. This is such a bad Mexican generation. This group of players is just so bad. To think about how Mexico used to have Guardado, Hector Herrera actually in their prime, right? They were amazing. Rafa Marquez many years ago. Chicharito was also an amazing center forward. Mexico used to have ballers, right? Even Borghetti. And then you go back many, many years ago to the 90s. You go to like Hugo Sanchez. And then you have this generation of scrubs. This team is terrible. Even Carlos Vela, man. Carlos Vela was talented, great player. These players are not as good as Vela. B-Book saying, just call Canada the new rival. Mexico's done. I don't even think Canada's the new rival. We should beat Canada. We should beat Canada too. What exactly are they chanting? I can't hear it. Look, I would say it. I just don't want to get in trouble here with YouTube. I don't know if I would get in trouble with YouTube. It's just a word with the letter P. It's P-U-T-O. That's what they're yelling. Now, some people I talk to in Mexico, they say it's not homophobic. Some people say it is. I'm not from Mexico, so I'm not the right person to tell. But I can't say it. I don't know if I would get in trouble with YouTube, right? YouTube does these things. And the ref ended it. The ref just said, fuck it. It's over. That's what the ref did. Actually saying Weah at right back, Booth at the right wing, let Weah cook. I wouldn't put Weah at the right back. I think Joe Scally should be the right back, in my personal opinion. I would keep Weah as the right winger, as it should be. And the game is over. The game is over. We had bad news. Greg Berhalter is back. But the good news is El Tri is finished. Mexico fans In 2021, you were in denial. Mexico lost to the US in the Nations League final, lost to the US in the Gold Cup, lost to the US in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, tied the United States at home in a game that the United States should have won, and then you tied us in El Clásico, and now you lose to us 3-0 in the CONCACAF Nations League semifinals. El Tri fans, it's time to cry. You can all cry. I feel bad for you a little bit. No, I don't. It's freaking funny. But we're going to go all to 11 Yanks now in a second for the post game. I'm going to read the super chat and we're going to go. The game Shizo saying the supporters are a disgrace for Mexico and it makes me sad. The dictionary definition of the word isn't homophobic, but the way it's used is homophobic. That's about the word that they yell and it stops. But everyone, thank you very much for watching. We're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. If you're here right now, drop a like before you go so that they push it more. If you are an El Tri fan, feel free to cry because you should be past the denial stage at this point because the U.S. men's national team are truly the kings of CONCACAF right now. We are the best team in CONCACAF, and we just completely ran over Mexico here 3-0. All right? I'll see you guys in 11 Yanks. Don't cry too much, Mexico fans. Don't cry too much, okay? Just a little bit, just a tiny bit.